Hopefully, everyone has enjoyed their start to 2025, and it's already off to a productive year for everyone out there. I can say my 2024 ended pretty well. Fortunately, the Nittany Lions got it done. So we're in the final four. That's how I kind of finished my 2024. I was at this bar called Tradesman's in Center City. For those who may not know, it's a really good spot where Penn Staters kind of come and gather and watch games. So that's where I was. So if my voice is a little off, that may be in part because of it. But great win. Offense a little weird with the play calling, but you got it done. And good wins. It was a great performance by Drew Aller. Great performance by Catron, who was a menace. Who was the best running back on the field last night. Singleton played well. And the defense, great work on Aston Jeanty, who is like that, but he's the only one. Like they were just outclassed. Beautiful work. Great work by Ohio State by destroying. Great work by Ohio State by destroying Oregon earlier today. They have the stepdads in now. Great game with Texas, Arizona State. And that was a fun matchup where Texas almost botched it, but found a way to win. And now we'll wait for tomorrow, and hopefully, and our condolences to those in New Orleans affected what happened to start the new year down there with the tragedy with the driver who ended up mowing down a lot of pedestrians who were just trying to celebrate the start of the year. 15 people, as of last time I saw it, passed away, and maybe even more to this point. But I think they did the right thing by pushing that game back a day. So we'll see Georgia Notre Dame tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully everyone's okay down in New Orleans and everyone wherever you are listening. So David Stepdad, how you doing?
Yo, ski, broski. Everything's good, man. Happy holidays to you.
Hopefully you've enjoyed the holiday season as it's kind of coming to a close. So ready to start this whenever you are.
Well, before we get there, man, I want to ask you, um, do you celebrate the holidays, Christmas and New Year's? And if you do, what did you do? Did you do anything? What about your princess? Did she get anything for Christmas?
She did well. Like they usually go up to her grandfather's house on her mother's side. And I'm usually working at this time of the year, so I don't get to. Like I said, it's no point for me to go up there. I believe it or not, really didn't work too much
Surprise.
over the last week. A little bit of a surprise, but yeah, it was. I didn't do too much overall. I did. I was just saying last night. I went to Tradesman's for the Penn State game, and that was a fun time. It's a Penn State bar in the city, so that was a good moment. But other than that, I really didn't do too much. I would say.
Okay. Okay. Yo, man, we was like flooded with sports. Christmas Eve, Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
Was there any games? New Year's today?
Yeah. So today was I was just talking about the college football playoff, and that was the big stuff today. Yes, some NBA stuff, but it was the doubleheader. It was supposed to be a triple header, but unfortunately, with the stuff that happened
Oh yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
New Orleans, with the driver killing 15 people and maybe even more than that as of now, he just mowed down a bunch of people in what was a party down in New Orleans. So they what they did was they postponed the Sugar Bowl between Notre Dame and Georgia. That was supposed to be the Sugar Bowl today, and they postponed it to tomorrow afternoon at 4. So instead, we got the first game, which was the Peach Bowl, Texas and Arizona State. Really good game. Ended in double overtime, and Texas got it done there. So Texas will face Ohio State, who won the Rose Bowl right after that. and OSU um, dominated Oregon. It was an absolute beatdown that they gave to the Oregon Ducks, who were the number one overall seed in this year's tournament. They were the only team not to lose in the entire season, and Ohio State's first loss of the year was to Oregon. So Ohio State got their lick back with interest. So Ohio State and Texas will play next week on the 10th, and Penn State, who won last night
Uh-huh.
to close out the year, we await the winner of tomorrow's game with Notre Dame and Georgia.
Who you got?
I think Georgia's going to win. I think this is going to be a really good defensive game. Both teams have, I think, very good defenses. I think Georgia is just a little bit more used to this stage than Notre Dame usually is. Notre Dame's got a really good run game with Julian Love, who's an excellent running back, and their offensive line is really good at blocking for him. But Georgia's got a very good defense. I think Georgia overall, they feel slightly better, so I think Georgia wins by like a field goal.
Oh, a field goal. Ooh, that's ballsy right there. Um,
It's gonna be. I think it's this. We got one really good game today. And there really hasn't been too many good games in these playoffs. Like a lot of them have been blowouts,
yeah,
but this was the Texas game was a really good one,
yeah.
and I think this Notre Dame Georgia team is a relatively even matchup, even though Georgia doesn't have their starting quarterback.
Okay, let's go, man. Let's go. All right, now to get there while we're here. Actually, let me officially start the pod off. Ladies and welcome to the worst podcast of all time. I'm Dave, the stepdad, not the dad who stepped up, and I'm here with my guy, Michael. Michael.
I am Beast Mike, and it is still real to me. It's our first episode of 2025, but before we fully look at this year, we take one final look, if you will, at last year.
Oh wait, before
And
we do that, hold on. I gotta say, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I am Dave, the stepdad from the I Love You Solo University. There you go. My bad.
That's really good. Anyway, yes, it is. It's still real to me. Obviously, you doing it from the Survivor Series thing, where they really did do the NFL flow for some of their stuff. So anyway, let's get to it. And it's still real to me. And we're gonna talk about our awards for 2024. We've got a long list. Let's not waste any more
Let's
time,
go.
and let's get right to it. I guess we can start at the top of the list. We start with the heavy one.
No, no, no,
Match
no, no,
of
no,
the.
no, 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 no. Come on, no, 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 no,
Oh, where do you want to
no,
start? Where
no.
do you want to start?
Let's build this shit. Come on, match Cody Wody MVP. Those the main ones. Let's save them for
Okay.
last. Let's.
All right. Yeah. All right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're
yeah,
right. You're right. You're right.
yeah. You think?
All right. So let's start with people who kind of hit the scene and didn't feel like household names to start the year, but were truly continued their progression and could become household names by the end of this year. Let's start with rising stars.
Okay. Tell me who you got.
So for me, I think you did a good job. Like you were trying to separate rising and breakout. Breakout will be the next one we do.
Okay.
With the two awards of rising, as in, okay, we didn't kind of know what you were becoming and going into 24, and then okay, you
Uh
were
huh.
had a real nice come up year, kind of like a come up year, if you will, and you really hit it, and now in 25 you can take another step forward and really hit the breakout, which I think is
Exactly.
up on like the next
Yep.
level
Yep.
of
Mhm.
award. I think is what we're doing here. So my winner was Kalani Jordan. I thought Kalani had a like we didn't know we knew she was incredibly talented
And
going
beautiful.
into the year. And yes, but we knew she was incredibly talented. I love the RVD flow that she has in terms of her skills. and that she's kind of taken that torch from RVD and literally kind of took it in Philly when they did ECW's arena show, which I thought was super dope. And first North American champion from the women's division. I think she really had a very good run with the title and good title defenses, especially with Solruka. And I think Kalani, she's so young and so gifted from the rip. I think she's got a big 25 ahead of her. So give me Kalani Jordan as my winner. My runners up were Daniel Garcia, who really stepped
Yeah.
his game up as well in AEW. He was the men's overall winner for me for this, and obviously the TNT champion now. But he's really stepped his game up, and it's like that killer instinct he's got, especially against MJF. I thought that's what really like hit home for me. And then so my third place winner, my bronze, if you will be Jada Parker, who I think really established herself on her own. Like, if yes, with OTM, she's like that, but even on her own, if ever she went on a singles run, like permanently on her own, she could absolutely hold her own. So Jada Parker is another one I really expect big things from in 25. So yeah, Jada finishes third for me.
Wow, that's not a bad joint though. That's not a bad joint. Ooh, so Jada Parker over Lash Legend?
Yeah, that was yeah, that was. I think Lash was a little bit more established, maybe because like we've
Okay.
seen Metaphor um, over the last couple years. I think that's why it's slightly over Lash. Lash, I think, is absolutely a major candidate for other awards
Yeah.
coming up
Respect.
that we're going to do.
Okay. And for me, I look at Rising Star as the equivalent of Six Man of the Year. You feel me? That's how I look at Rising Star when it comes to these awards. It's like I'm echoing everything that you said, and to add on to it is, it's like you almost there. You are almost there. Like you got a bright future. That's how I look at Rising Stars, man. And I say that because like they're right below Breakout, right below that box office, that super box office attraction. And that's why I go with your guy, Braun Breaker is my winner.
Okay.
Yep. And runner up, who? Obafemi.
Another one of my guys.
Yeah, yeah. But to be fair, it was and I always had this confused. It was the other. I asked you this question before. I can't remember. He played the other guy that was on the that was on the scene with the tournament. It was the he played for Temple with his favorite,
Yes.
yeah, his favorite player was Ray Lewis. I was looking at him, and Oba was nuts.
I thought he was going to be the
Yeah,
one too
yeah,
in the men's breakout tournament from
yeah, yeah,
this year.
yeah,
I thought from last year. I thought he was going to be the one too to
yeah,
really jump, but it turned out to be Oba.
yeah, and holy hell, man! I look at Oba the way I look at Gunther. It's like,
Mm.
man, that man's gonna be a major player, bro. A major player, Um, but and the only reason why I put Braun over because of the consistency, the high level matches that Braun has. Braun is a hill, but we could not. We love him so much. You feel me? And then we had and the
Hmm.
same thing with Ober. Like Ober is right behind Braun, bro. Right behind him. Um, and for third, as much shit that I give her, as much shit that I give her, I respect her wholeheartedly. And
Hmm.
again, one of your girls, Roxanne,
Mm.
Rising Star. I say Rising Star because as much as she has done, as much as she's held NXT Women's down, and one of the major players in NXT, she, I feel like she still do not have that breakout year. I think her breakout year will be. Here you go. Here you go. Replace Roxanne with Tiffany Stratton.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. Tiffany Stratton, she had a fire year, and then she got up to the main roster, and you look at what she's
Hmm.
doing, and I feel you replace them, I feel like it would be equally the same. Like everyone knows what Roxanne can do. We just waiting for her to go to the main roster and go with them heavy hitters.
Right.
Also, with all the respect in the world, I don't think she really had that right that stamped rivalry that make her break out. She's arguably MVP in for NXT, but as far as there's so many wrestlers out there, bro. There's so much talent out there, man. I just feel like he is next up though, like as that rising star. It may be an unpopular opinion too for a lot of people, but for me, I see her future though. I see her future, and I think next year she's gonna be stupid as hell, bro. And I think I might
Okay.
even snag her on when I
When we do our
yeah,
draft
it's next year.
in April, in late April or early May,
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Hmm.
To WrestleMania is obviously later in the year, coming up this year. Okay, all right, interesting. Award winners on your part. Let's talk about the breakout
Hey.
stars. And for me, actually, this is where I put Braun and Oba.
Hmm.
In terms of breakout stars, I put Braun as the winner here,
Hmm.
and I put him over Oba because of the main roster, because of the main roster effect
Exactly.
of Braun being on doing this on bigger stages compared to Oba,
Exactly.
who's done it on NXT. And Oba's had an amazing year, and it feels like it's a matter of time before
Right.
Oba makes that main roster jump too. But Braun gets the tiebreaker because Braun did it on Raw,
Hmm.
and obviously SummerSlam, winning the Intercontinental Championship the first time, and then obviously winning it again not too long after that. And he's had some banger matches, obviously, with Sheamus and Ludwig, and pretty much all comers on the main roster. So Braun wins it slightly over Oba, who's obviously feels like next up on NXT as its face. And then third for me was Takeshita. Konosuke
Mm,
Takeshita
yeah.
he had a monster
He
year, and
did.
I was waiting for him to win a championship, and I'm so happy that he was able to get it. And I think the international championship, I think he's going to cook as champion. And when with World's End, I think he did a good match with Powerhouse Hobbs, very good match with him, and he kind of had to wrestle as a technician as opposed to the power game they were used to him with. And I thought that was a really good switch up and great psychology using Hobbs and the injured knee that Hobbs had. I did enjoy that part of it as well. So ultimately, I'm very happy with Konosuke Takeshita's progression, and I think there's even bigger, better things coming up for him too.
Best match Powerhouse Hobbs had,
Yeah, I agree with that.
and it was everything, bro. It was everything.
It was meaningful too because of the Don Callis hook.
Exactly.
I thought that was the other part that really made that work.
And you know what? And I would not have been mad if Powerhouse won. I would not have been mad, but I understand. Like this was his to me. I feel like this was his statement match.
Mm,
Coming back, yeah, he came back with Ricochet and all. But I'm gonna tell you the one thing I wasn't a fan of when he came back. He looked exactly the same, nigga. Exactly the same.
right.
Like, bro, you ain't even get a haircut, my nigga. Like,
So didn't
you ain't even grow. You ain't shave a beard. You ain't like
no facial hair
nothing, bro.
like
Like what? So that's the only thing I wasn't a fan of. I wish he would have came back with a different look. A little more of a standout ring attire as well. So
right.
I would like that because it's different. You feel me?
Hmm.
So now we see rising stars and breakout stars pretty similar, but your my breakout stars. I'm looking at the breakout stars. Someone who's already was it. They were just waiting for that statement moment match or storyline, something that would send them over the top. Now they are officially elite. Like I couldn't like Swerve was the breakout star of the year according to one of them. Well, I'm not one of them wrestling outlets, but
Yeah, it was Sports Illustrated. I think that did it.
I didn't want to put him over. But yeah,
I get it. I get it.
but he was the breakout star to me last year. So to me, y'all niggas late to the table. You feel me? That's how I feel about it. But
Yeah, facts.
everyone, like everyone has their own opinion. Gunther was it was either Swerve or Gunther. I can't remember, man. Flip a coin. That's what it was. A flip a coin, bro. That's how it was last year with me. So this year, my breakout star goes to Jay Uso. The when he won the Intercontinental title, the reaction,
Mm-hmm.
man, that was that moment. Unfortunately, WrestleMania ain't really do much, but
Right.
the crowd was stupid as hell. When he won that Intercontinental title, that's to me, I feel like that's what sent him over the top. That's what made him officially elite. God, I can't say that because it sounds like you start saying with the AEW. So Jay Uso is my
But that was a special moment,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah, like yeah, that crowd, and that was a great. I love that they main evented with that match too,
yeah.
with him and Braun, and the build up was really good with the two families, and then both trading barbs back and forth
Hmm.
about each other's families. I thought that was a good look. So yeah, like I think they set it up really well. Set up, and then finish, and then like the crowd just going bananas when Jay finally got
Yeah.
it. I thought that was special, no question.
To me, that's what sent them over the top. That was his statement right there. That sent them over the top. And third is your girl. This may be a unpopular opinion because I have her as a breakout star, but I feel like she's the breakout star. Liv Morgan got her third up. Just everything that she's doing the the Judgment Day. One of them Russian outlets had her as Wrestler of the Year. Okay, I respect it, but uh, um, yeah, and also to add on to you, Mike, you had her up there last year. I think it was like most improved. I think you had her. Um,
One of these years, I did have her most
yeah,
improved. It might have been 20. Yeah, it was one of these years. It might have been 22. But yeah, definitely did one of these years. Like, okay, yeah,
you.
she turned the corner.
I know you had her definitely breakout and most improved on. I think,
Yes.
so I know. So you've been talking about her rise since she first won the title, and I compared Liv Morgan's stardom as help as to Michael Cole was the factor of it. Like Chelsea Green and Michael
Mm.
Cole, Booker T
Yes.
to what you call it to Trick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
that helps. So and now I believe she's getting she's getting that respect that she deserves now. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Not even say the respect that she deserved because she did get injured. But let's be honest, her first run was city committee.
It was not good.
Nah, bro.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And then obviously, yeah, this entire year for Liv, like since her return at the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble, has been crazy outstanding.
Hmm.
She went from like she's the runner up, always the bridesmaid, never the bride,
Yeah.
to she gets her signature win, finally beats Becky, and then after finally beating Becky, she got her lick back against Rhea first, and then finally beat Becky, and then obviously the Dom stuff and one of the storylines of the year,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get to that award, but one of the storylines of the year of her winning. And obviously getting Dom, and then the title run. Like it's been an excellent year for Liv Morgan, no question.
Exactly. And that's why I did not want to give her most improved because she's been crazy. Like she's been so S tier. I'm like, nah, she's past most improved. I gotta give her a breakout star. At least she's number three.
Mm,
But
okay.
um oh shit, I'm sorry. I said she's number three. How the hell did I skip number two? My bad. What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who's your second? Yeah,
Yeah.
who's your silver medal?
Runner up is Will Allspring, bro.
Oh wow, okay.
Spring. Um, since his uh debut in AEW. He's been standing on business, bro. He's been standing on business though. It's like wow, wow. Like Wembley Stadium. Like first before Wembley Stadium, he was already like that. Wembley Stadium with against Chris Jericho is like I feel like that now he's getting eyes on him now. Like he's getting it's like he's getting more
Mm-hmm.
eyes on him. And
Mm-hmm.
for y'all who don't know, now you know. But then when he signed to AEW full time, it's like, okay, now I really know who this guy is. Like he came to stay, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He came to stay, bro. And yeah, I feel like he is that breakout star. But I feel like Jay Uso's signature win over Braun, and it was a good match, and the storyline behind it is what gave Jay that number one spot. But Will wasn't far to me.
Okay. And then obviously you have Liv Morgan third. All right. All right. Let's go into most improved wrestlers of the year. And for me, this was an easy one.
Okay.
It's Solo Sokoa. This was a very easy one because it felt like he felt like a background character, or it felt like an NPC you'd find in a video game until the first SmackDown after WrestleMania. The second he took the mic, well, and interrupted Paul Heyman, and it was like, oh, Solo rose his voice, and Solo's bringing his energy into this. It was like, all right, we started to see. I started to see something. Like, wait a minute, This is different. Like usually it's the Raw after WrestleMania where something happens and we turn up. But no, this year was the SmackDown after WrestleMania where something happens and we really turn up. And then Solo brings in Tamatonga, and then weeks later, Tonga Loa, and then obviously weeks later after that, you see Jacob Fatu come in, and Solo building up his bloodline as a ruthless machine and doing their thing over the last 8 or so months, and then Solo improving on the microphone, Solo improving in the ring, and then with the psychology. He took the lessons from Roman and from Heyman and from the Usos, truly took them to heart, and that to me, like, yeah, that's absolutely Solo Sokoa, as most improved, for me. Second, Chelsea Green, whose carrying character is annoying, and was annoying at first, but somehow it's kind of lovable. Like it's kind of enjoyable. Like hearing like Chelsea Green like kind of like whining and complaining. Yet she in the ring can also get it done, and I think she had. And with you mentioned it before with Michael Cole as a op, I think it's really made Chelsea more lovable, and I think it's made Chelsea more of like way more popular with the fans, and then like her now she's the inaugural U.S. champion for the women's side of it. I think she's going to have a really good run, and she's already taken it and run with the merch and the logos and all that, and her State of the Union address, if you will. I think she's going to kill it as U.S. champion. And then my bronze medalist, I had Cal Fletcher, and he's only third because I think it took a little. His run started to take a little bit later than Chelsea's, and obviously later than Solo's. But Fletcher, standing out on his own, away from Offspray, and now with Don Callis, so I think is the right mouthpiece for Fletcher. And Fletcher can always get it done in the ring, but I think this is only the beginning for Kyle Fletcher. I've been obviously the Continental Classic tournament, he crushed it. I thought he was excellent in the tournament. I think we're only seeing just the beginning of Kyle Fletcher's run in AEW as a main guy, as opposed to a secondary.
When he shaved his head,
Yeah.
it was over with. It was over with. I'm like, bro, just a shaved head. But when he came back, I'm like, okay, yeah, like, yeah, he's like that. He's like that. I'm I'm definitely digging this Kyle Fletcher, bro. Definitely digging this Kyle Fletcher. Um,
Hmm.
man, this was a hard one for me. For me, I'm going with Solo as well. He's my winner. Everything that you said. Everything that you said. Um, it. I'm gonna tell you why it's hard. It was a hard one because the runner-up was Nia Jax. That's my runner-up,
Mm. Okay.
and just everything she been through, bro. And when she came back, again, she here to stay. She's been having fire matches at the fire matches. Her storyline is up there as well. Like she's holding that shit down, man. And even with Candice LeRae now, it's like Candice LeRae is getting camera time, TV time. You feel me?
Yep, yep.
The only thing I wasn't feeling it, the only thing I'm not feeling is I feel because it's taken away from Tiffany Stratton's real ability. We're not seeing much of her wrestling. When she was wrestling, we like, oh shit.
Right.
Now, but with the like, she's fired with the storyline, but I feel like it's just taken away a little bit from Tiffany Stratton. Because we nigga, they tended for Tiff at Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Solo, only thing he's building everyone up. Like Nia, she's building Candice LeRae up, but I feel like she's not doing this. It's not working out as far as Tiffany's in the ring ability. We need to see more of that. When it comes from Solo, it's like you know how much pressure that is, bro, to just to be the new leader of the bloodline. It's all about Roman Reigns. Like, bro,
Right.
like this could be shitty, bro. This could have went left. Excuse me, this could have went south, bro. If
Yeah.
it could have went bad, it could have got dark for them just
Yeah, sure could have.
because of the love we had for Roman and Solo wasn't even really there. Like he wasn't like stamped. Like, but they gave the keys to him, and then and even without Paul Heyman, it's like, bro, you're taking away Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns is not on TV, and Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you just like you really putting him in the waters. You really put him in the deep end
Mm-hmm.
right now. So because of the pressure that he had to be in, and look where his bloodline is still relevant as F, hell yeah, he gets most improved. And I wouldn't be surprised if he get breakout next year for me. Um, and this was a Jack Perry's my third. Jack Perry's my
I like that. That's a good one.
yeah.
I like that one.
Um, I was thinking about having him as comeback, but it was too many hitters for me for
Okay.
a comeback. But most improved, oh yeah, yeah. It's fun watching him, man. You know, and it's believable and I just wish we see more of him.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's why I'm most improved.
So you had Solo, you had Jack Perry, and who was your third? Or was that your or
No, it was
was Perry your third? Who was your
Nia
second?
Jax.
Oh no, Nia was second. Okay, Nia was second. Okay, 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 cool, cool, cool. All right, let's get to the comeback player, the comeback wrestlers, if you will. Now, how did you want to do this? Did you want to do this for men's and women's division, or did you want to just do overall?
Um, I didn't know about the women's, but we can do overall. If we do
Okay.
women's, I gotta think about that one.
Yeah. So in my case, I guess overall, this was so my three that I had. I had a split up with a men's and a women's. Men's wise, my comeback player winner was Brian Danielson.
Mhm.
And like coming back from the injury he had,
Yeah.
obviously and then he had the banger match against Osprey, and then another banger match with Swerve and Wembley. Those three, really, the triangle of matches between the three of them were all amazing. Were all S tier matches. Swerve Osprey, Swerve Danielson, Danielson Osprey. All three of them bangers, and obviously Danielson wins the title in Wembley Stadium. And I did enjoy like this last little run he had before handing the keys off to Mox, and probably one of the better betrayals of the year, maybe one of the most shocking
Oh
betrayals
yeah.
of 2024 was this one. But yeah, Danielson's my comeback for the men's. Second up would say MJF because he kind of sort of picked up from where he left off in terms of being the ultra villain of AEW, the being the best heel in that company. And obviously, he had the great match with Osprey as well. And another one helping to build up Daniel Garcia. And then my third one being Randy Orton because he's remained as relevant as ever and remained as in the main really good condition as ever. Like he never really lost a step or a beat, did Randy Orton. So I'd say Randy is my bronze medal for a comeback on the men's. Women's definitely Nia for all the reasons you mentioned for various awards already. Mercedes Moné coming back to the like a big time American wrestling company, obviously AEW, and her run, as unpopular as it may seem at times, is starting, I think, look pick up some steam with the two great matches she had with Chris Statlander. Like the match she had last Sunday at World's End was tremendous, and easily her best match in AEW, I would say. I thought that was and they have some real good chemistry, her and Stat, and it's that was a fun one, and I want to look forward to seeing what Mercedes can do in 2025 with both her championships, whether the New Japan one or the AW the TBS title, and then Naomi, who has been as stable and as steady as it gets since her return to WWE from the Royal Rumble. And Naomi had a very big year, and for a moment, actually set the record for the longest Royal Rumble stint until Bailey broke it, uh, basically a couple minutes later. But Naomi had a tremendous year on her end as well. So that's my top three for the women.
Damn, that's messed up, man. Because I'm rearranging my my list because I can't just have you have the women's and I don't have nothing. But it's kind of messed up because I actually had I actually because all right. So this is what I was doing because I had some honorable mentions and all that. So it made it easier for me to do this. So I'm gonna go with the women's because yesterday, and I really had all three. Nia,
Okay.
because that's listen, I had Nia as my number three overall. You feel me? But now
Mm,
since we
okay.
so I don't need to explain that. But now that we splitting it up, Nia, Mercedes, and Naomi. Because I was going between her, Naomi, and Chris Statlander, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Naomi had a bigger impact. Naomi had a bigger impact. Um,
All right.
it sound like I'm definitely copying off you, but like I said, I had Nia as my number three overall for for what you call it. Um,
For breakout.
no for comeback.
Oh yeah, for comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I can go back. Hold on, give me a second because now I can go. Damn it, where was my original one? Hold on. Ah, I gotta think of my third because all of them were my comeback was all for emotion. Oh, yeah, I got it. Here you go. So my comeback is the Y6
Mm.
for the emotional reasons why. So that's why that's my comeback. That's my winner for the comeback year. Yep.
We didn't speak on debut, but that would be probably my debut winner
That is that is
because
true.
how
Wow.
special of a how special of a debut that was. Like how special, like they said how everything was set up and like the lights going out just like Bray was. Like we all got emotional with that. Like we all, no matter where we were, no matter what we were doing, the second you heard like the lights go out, like the power go out in the building, and like we all knew what time it was, and it was like whoa, and then like, the visuals of it with the masks and the visuals of it with all the carnage they caused in the gorilla position and in the back, like whoa, it became an instant. Okay, this is I like it's different, yet it's everything it needs to be to honor Bray and to also honor Brody with the hammer too. With you remember Rowan with the
Yes, sir.
hammer, and it was like you instantly saw, oh, that's the Bludgeon Brothers hammer. Like, yeah, okay, they did this right. They absolutely did this right, and I thought that was a great way to do this. Definitely the debut of the year. I don't even need a second and third because nothing's gonna come close to that.
Nah. So yeah, so we can make that up right now. The debut is the Y6. But for me, yeah, the reason why I had them is because before unfortunate pass of Bray, he was linked up with
Right,
Uncle Howdy. So
right,
I'm looking at it as this is a extinction of what. could have been, what was about to happen. That's
Yes.
the reason why I looked at it as the comeback of the year. Um, but I can take that out. I guess I can still take that out and give that to the debut of the year, the Y6,
Hmm.
and I will go with CM Punk as the comeback of the comeback award, based
I like
off the
it.
emotional reasons. Like he never thought he was going into WWE again, and now look what happened.
Hmm.
So CM Punk is officially my winner. Brian Danielson for all the reasons that you have said as well. And this one's a little difficult for me because honestly, well, I want to go with Adam Copeland because of the impact that he had when he was here, but it wasn't long enough. Pause. Like Randy Orton had more of an impact than Adam Copeland, and that's why I will go with Randy Orton as my third.
Mm.
But Edge is back. So I can't wait to get into this roster, baby. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah, he did come back and early, actually last Saturday, to form the group Rated
Mhm.
FTR, which I think is they can do some damage. They can do some damage in AEW, so uh that's a really good set of awards. So there's a few awards, but there's some I know that you wanted to introduce. So let's get into some of those.
All right, man. Listen, let's have some fun, man. Let's go with interest of the year.
Okay.
Now, interest of the year, man. It's just always fun to me. It's always fun. Um, and I think hands down, for me, hands down, it's Cody. It's
Mm.
Cody, man. Like when you got Drew McIntyre capping like he wasn't doing the whoa. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you know that shit is lit. Like even he well, wanted to do it, bro. Everyone does the whoa, bro.
Hmm.
For me, that's my interest of the year. And then next up, you got Uso. You got Jay Uso. It's just a party every time, man. It's a
Yes.
party every time. And see, okay, this is the part that. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. As far as comeback of the year, I also had Jimmy up there as well as comeback of the year, but
Mm.
because like Randy Orton had more of an impact, that's why I didn't put him there. But I was definitely considering Jimmy. Just want to throw that out there real quick. Um, so just again, you, bro, you can't, you just gotta put respect on this nigga's name. You just have to, bro. Roman Reigns.
Hmm.
That's interest,
There's an aura to his.
bro. But don't get it fucked up. This was fun, but this was hard for me to do because there's so many interests that I love, bro. And I was going, and I'm putting them all there as House of Black. As Audible mentioned, Julia Hart's included.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? The White
Right.
Six, like like Lola Vice. You just can't like you just can't turn.
Trick Williams.
Come on, bro. Like you just can't turn your head from any of them. You feel me? Like so, all of them had to, and Lola Vice because of obvious reasons. Um, but you know what? You can even add Mercedes Monet if you want to. But like just because of her aura, it's what she brings, what she comes out. But for me, because I really wanted to put the Y6 as third, but because everyone still throw them goddamn ones up, and when that music hits, that shit still like you still have to stop everything you doing, bro.
Yes.
Spot interest of the year.
So overall entrance of the year for me is Jey Uso. I agree with that. And in terms of a singular entrance, his backlash one, where you see all the fireflies like doing you're yeeting with the fireflies out, and like that the visual of that is like whoa, like that visual hit different. It absolutely hits different, and it was funny that they parlayed that into the Wyatt's coming back, and then Jay is during a Jey Uso match, right after a Jey Uso match, and then Jay gets interviewed after that. He's like, I want no smoke with the
Yeah.
Wyatts. I want
He,
no
he,
smoke
he's like,
with
yo,
the
y'all can have
Wyatts.
that back. I'm good.
Jay, I can't have that back. And then like the other, and this may be the funniest moment of the year for me. Jay's got a match with Chad Gable, and the
Yeah.
Wyatts who are still coming for Gable. Jay spears Gable when the lights are coming out. Jay spears Gable. Jay gets the pin, and then one does one quick
He-
yeet, and then just dips. It's so unserious and it's so hilarious at the same time. But yeah, but Jay Uso wins my entrance and singular entrance as well. My runner up, Rock's final boss. The Rock final boss entrance. It's especially the WrestleMania one, but the final boss one when we cut to the Hollywood rock music, which is one of my favorite
yeah.
entrance themes of all time. It's like doom 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 doom, and then like you see all the lightning strikes and all that, like all the electricity and the lightning bolts. It's a dope look. It's like they worked on it week after week, and it's really dope and it really hits different for me. So that one's second, and then Roman's gonna be third, and the energy from the aura of that superhero music that he debuted at WrestleMania, the aura of it is so good. I think they absolutely picked a perfect song for Roman as face Roman, and like it's that superhero flow. It just fits him so well. So give me Jay. So it's all in the Anawai family
Yeah.
of Jay and then Rock and then Roman.
Yeah. Damn. That is true. That is true. But that final ball shit, man, that's different, bro. Shit, I almost put Shinsuke up there, man. His I feel like Shinsuke should always be up in the running for his interest, man. He never him Sting though they never miss with interest is, bro. Never.
They do not.
Um, all right, I can go with moment of the year. Moment of the year.
Hmm.
So, and actually, what I could have done was I could have just that was I'm kind of not mind. I was getting emotional. Moment of the year is Y6.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't even want a two or three, but it was so many moments I had to put respect on their names. CM
Mm.
Punk's return, the Survivor Series. Um, Cody winning the championship, WrestleMania.
Hmm.
But the Y6 hands down moment of the year. Fuck.
That's definitely an incredibly emotional moment. I picked Cody finishing the story one. I had Cody finish and we were both there. The
Yeah.
energy in that building that night was like as much as like we were all like prepared for all the end game stuff that happened, but a lot of us were prepared for Cody to win the title that night, and like the emotion from that building when he actually won it, and the shock of it to see Roman actually get beat was incredibly special and incredibly wild. For me, second best I would say is Sting's retirement match. Like the Sting's retirement match against the Bucks, well, him and Darby, and the Sting getting his flowers one last time was a heavy emotional moment, I would say, and I think they really allowed him to get his flowers properly, and I think that was I love the energy from AEW that night, and then it's kind of like sucks like to hear like Tony Schiavone would never be able to do like it's Sting, and we've heard it for the better part of 40 years, like to not have that. So for me, that's number two, and then three, actually, Liv kissing Dom. Give me Liv kissing Dom three because like it's the payoff. I think we were all looking forward to seeing, and then they actually did it at SummerSlam, and and like for Dom to pay off the double swerve really is a swerve from Dom, and the look on Rhea's face to really
Mm-hmm.
cement that rivalry going
Mm-hmm.
forward. I think that was a special moment at SummerSlam.
Sting retirement was my honorable mention.
Okay.
And to add on to Tony Schiavone saying this thing, he's trying to recreate it with Hook, but it's not the same.
Yeah, yes.
It's not the same.
No.
But I respect what he's trying to do, trying to pass it on. But some things you just one of one, bro. It just have to
Right.
happen organically, bro. You feel me? So salute to Tony for trying to put. Tony is trying to be. Nah, oh, hold on, excuse me. Let me not say it like that. I feel Tony with Hook is like Michael Cole to live with Chelsea Green, Booker T, to Trick. But
Right.
it's not, it don't hit, and I think it don't hit the same, which is not fair for Hook, but it don't hit the same because it's not Sting. We heard that from Sting all our lives. So
He's so young.
yeah,
I think this is like Hook is so new to the game, and it's like, oh, like, we need a little bit more. We need some more pelts on the wall for Hook
yeah,
before. Okay, yeah, that's got some reverence.
yeah. Like hearing him saying that, it's like, bro, it's not Sting, bro, and it may be unfair, but that's my mindset. It may be unfair for Hook, but it's like it don't hit the same, bro. It's Sting. It don't
Hmm.
hit. But yeah, that's my moment of the year. Um, we can have some more fun, or we can go back to something serious. What you want to do?
Um, I guess we could do something that's like let's get to most petty moment of the year.
All right, well, let's continue to have some fun then.
Let's have some more fun here.
Oh.
So and my winner, this was a tough one for me because there were some good
Mhm,
ones. There were some real good petty moments of 2024. I went with AJ Styles flying all the way to
mhm,
Australia just to attack LA
mhm,
Knight. Like that's legendary
mhm.
pettiness. Like you had nothing to do with the Elimination Chamber pay per view. You flew halfway across the world, or halfway across the world, just to attack this man and
Yep,
cost him a shot of the World Heavyweight
yep.
Championship. Legendary pettiness from AJ Styles, and what was an incredibly petty rivalry between the two of
I
them.
got that down too.
Yeah, like that's 100% for me. Um, Second, probably Drew taking the bracelet. Like I absolutely Drew taking the bracelet after he beat up CM Punk in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was an incredibly petty moment. And the fact that CM Punk would continuously kiss the bracelet after Drew had it in his trunks, sir, like
Oh
you do
shit,
understand what that was, right?
nigga.
Like what are you talking? What are you doing, CM Punk? And then the third one, Hangman Page actually burning Swerve's house to the ground. Like Swerve's mother's
Mhm.
house to the ground was it was, and the sitting and sitting in a rocket chair drinking Jack Daniels as he does it. Like that's like it's cold blooded and a great receipt to Swerve home invading Hangman's house and being right in front of his kid's crib, which was like that's a wild moment, and I think a wild ending to well almost ending because they obviously had the match after it, but a wild almost end to bring that rivalry full
Mhm.
circle. So that one finished third for me.
That's actually my first.
Okay, all
Hangman
right.
burning the house down, bro. That's nigga. I mean, but you could say Swerve that was petty too. That nigga literally, bro. What the?
It would have had it happened in 24. It would have probably won it or finished second. But since that happened in 23,
Mhm,
it didn't count.
mhm.
But yes, that's a
Exactly.
definitely yeah, that's definitely would have been worthy of winning this award, no question.
So my second, see, I was just alike, but my second instead of Drew taking his bracelet, which is up there as well, mine is Punk flying to screw Drew McIntyre over
Okay, okay,
when he dressed as the ref against Damien
yes,
Priest.
that was good.
That like nigga, you flew across the world for that. which leads to AJ Styles being my third flying to Australia for LA Knight. Yo, niggas is petty as shit. Grow up. So those are my pettiest moments.
Yes, that's good. Those are good. Those are good ones. That was fun. We had a lot of fun with those this past year. Let's go to something that's also up your alley. Bar of the
Yeah.
year. Bar of the year. There was some quality bars. There were some quality bars. My winner was pretty
Go ahead.
easy.
I'll
I
let you
prayed
go. I'll
for
let you go.
my winner was easy, and I don't think I really had much of a second or third, but this was an easy one for me. I prayed for this and it happened. Like it's a simple evil quote from McIntyre praying on CM Punk's downfall and praying on him getting injured so that he couldn't be involved in WrestleMania again, be involved in WrestleMania or main event WrestleMania like Punk had planned on doing. It's as simple and as evil and as cold of a bar as you can say to a person
Yeah.
is preying on their injuries and preying on their health going bad and their downfall. Like that's a pretty cold one for me. So that was my winner.
For me, the easiest one for me was yeah, like you said, it's my alley. So I made sure I had a couple. When Christian Cage told Edge to go fuck yourself.
Yes,
Edge,
that was
Edge
great.
poured,
Christian had some bars this last year.
yo, Adam Cole is pouring his heart out. You know, all of that shit,
Yep.
man. Damn, maybe this might be something going on. When he says, they give him a hug and he says, go fuck yourself. I'm like, nigga. that,
And the look on his face, the look on his face too, as he said it, on Cope's face, the look on his face as he's like, "Wait, what?"
for me, it gets no easier than that. It's no easier. But I did have a couple, and it's not even close. But for me, that is as crazy as it gets, bro. Pouring your heart out to somebody, bro. Yo, I
Mm-hmm.
came here because of you. Let's do this again one
Mm-hmm.
more time. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All that just to, just
Mm-hmm.
to say go fuck yourself. Crazy. So my number two, and it just so happened to be towards the end, Adam Cole exposing his relationship with Britt Baker, saying that he may need a
Mm-hmm.
dentist because
That was evil.
yeah,
Yes, I love that
from what
one.
I heard, y'all ain't seen each other. I'm like,
You know,
oh shit, really? So that right there got me. And also, I mean, we heard this before, but the way this one was said, it was just like, again, we heard it 100 times. He heard it 100 times. But the fact that he
right.
like, but for my third one, the fact that he said this shit, and it's like, and it was everyone knew it. It's like, okay, them niggas is really taking a shot at a WWE. Is Will Ospreay
Mm-hmm.
talking about Triple H slept his way to the top with the
Yeah,
boss's
that
daughter?
was a good one. Yep.
Like, you ain't, you know you're never going to go there now after that, right?
Right.
So that was my third one right there.
Some good bars that happened in 2024. You might as well transition it. Best promo of
What
2024.
you got?
For me, I think the one where it felt like everybody brought like their A game to the
Uh-huh.
table. Seth Punk and Drew in Chicago.
Ooh, fire.
Seth Punk, Drew in
Uh-huh.
Chicago, and on a night on Raw that grand opening, grand closing with The Rock and
Uh-huh.
Cody, but and obviously all the Rock did with the belt and the debut of the Mama Rose belt, and Rock had a promo without saying a word, which was great. But this was the segment of that night that was really like the show stealer was Seth, Punk, and Drew cooking. All like it was a triple threat of cooking where they all cooked each other, and I thought they all really brought it to me. So that was the best promo. That was my promo of the year. I would say.
Okay. You got a second or third or no?
My second one probably Paul Heyman's face turn in the Garden. When Paul said, "You are not my tribe,"
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said Solo is
yeah,
not my tribal chief.
yeah.
like Heyman and Paul knew what time it was. Like he knew what was going to happen next. But when he said like it's gonna have to happen
Hmm.
anyway. I thought that was a special promo, and MSG went completely insane the moment it happened. I thought that was a special promo.
That was a promo
In
and a bar.
MSG. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a promo in a bar, and like Solo knew what was coming. Like Paul, this is your one chance to live, as everybody declared their love and their adulation, acknowledgments for Solo, and then Heyman does not, and then yep, we knew what time it was with the Samoan Spike and everything else. So, my third,
Shit. Real quick,
mm,
real quick for Solo, that about the most improved, it just adds on to why he was our most improved. That was a
yes.
crazy promo. Him taking out Jimmy, wasn't expecting that. Putting Paul Heyman to the table, wasn't expecting that. Like Solo had a, I'm not gonna say low key, but I feel like low key he had a crazy year.
Oh yeah, the Jimmy promo was a really good one. Yeah, that was a really good one. The way they set it up too, he's like, you're my
Hmm.
brother. I love you." And like he gave him the close hug. He was like, "Yep, that's the Roman Reigns style hug
Hmm.
too." But you know, like, oh, this is gonna
Yeah.
be bad. This is gonna be bad. Someone's gonna die a terrible death. And it was like, yeah, it turned out. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And Jimmy got destroyed. It was a beautiful setup. To then, yeah, he's going to. Yep, this is gonna be a very horrible end. For your scenario. And I guess finishing third for me is probably the promo that I guess set up the night one main event with Rock, Seth, Roman, and Cody, and then it ultimately ending with Cody slapping the Rock, which was the receipt for the
Right.
Vegas show, the receipt for the Vegas event, where obviously Rock slapped Cody and really set everything else in motion. But I thought that was a promo where all four parties really brought it. I thought that was a really good look on all four. But the true winner obviously is Seth, Drew, and Punk for me.
Okay. For me, promo of the year is gonna sound like crazy glaze, but everything the Rock did, bro. Like
Mm,
him ranting and bitching, 20 minutes. It's in the gym. Cody crybaby. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Him just dissing every city like no, now your life has meaning.
The Arizona John.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
What was that? What was I doing? Meth or STDs? What the hell? It was some shit.
Wait, was it Arizona? Or it might actually been. It was Arizona or Utah. It was one of those two cities. They were either in Salt Lake City or Phoenix. It was one of those two cities.
Shit, I feel like I think he went crazy on both.
He cooked them both,
Yeah,
but I know he did one. He did one of them with meth with like meth heads. It might have been Arizona, but yeah, it might have been Phoenix. But yeah, Rock was like Final Boss. Rock
yeah.
was a menace on the microphone.
So I couldn't pick just one. I was like everything he did. It was just like yeah, bro. That's it. Like and The Rock knew he wasn't going to be there for a long time, so he made
Mm-hmm.
every moment count. Excuse me.
Pleasure.
Excuse me. Under the weather a little bit. So everything The Rock did, like I said, even the Cody crybabies, like everything he did, man, it all mattered. It all mattered to me. Yo, just telling the Rev, I'll get you fired. Just even though that wasn't a promo, it was a promo, but
Yes,
just
that was so good.
bro, just everything, man. So, um, that's easily my first, and the other two was not close because, like I said, everything The Rock did. But to add on to it, I will tell you this though. My runner up, and this is why we do it the next year. I'm glad we did it because the last Raw of the year, Seth and Punk, they
Woo!
was hitting each other. They always hit each other, but it's like CM Punk pulling up, being pissed, and I feel like it's
Yep.
believable. It's like, oh yeah, this is the Punk that I was waiting for, not the humble Punk with
Mm-hmm.
Seth or the playing around. No, talking
No,
shit, bro. That's what I was waiting for. You know what I mean?
they had. I thought Seth won that battle, but they both had some
Yeah.
heat. They both brought some heat. Like Punk basically called him a corporate like a
Yeah.
corporate sellout,
Mm-hmm.
and then like, but where Punk messed up is where he brought Becky into this, and it was just like, okay, now it's now you know it's no holds barred, and yes, Punk's about that life, and Punk's ready for the smoke, but yeah, when Seth dropped the bar of, oh, like, yeah, my wife, yeah, she went away. She's at home taking care of a kid. That's something you don't know about. I was like, woo. That was a shot. That one was a shot that Punk could not clap. He could not come back from that one. That was a shot.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, so that was a heavy one. But yeah, that was a good promo to close out 2024. Great. That was a great way to set up a match that when Raw gets to Netflix on Monday, January 6th, I think that has to main event. I think that's going to have to main event that show. I think they should start with Tribal Combat. You can have Rhea and Liv, the last woman standing match, in the middle of the show, and then I think they need to close with Punk and Seth. I think Punk and Seth have to close and be the main event. I think that would be more meaningful to have Punk and Seth main event that show.
I'm back, and I didn't want to have everybody hear me die because I'm coughing up a lung. Um, I agree with you, and I believe it will main event. I and I think it's going to main event because they're both on Raw. You know,
Hmm.
because it could be the tribal combat could actually be a main event, but because they're both on Raw, I think it only makes sense for them to main event their Raw superstars.
Right.
Um, but number three, to go back to the Offspring promo about WWE and Triple H and Vince, him just going crazy on him on WWE. That was my third because I think he went hard, and I think that's actually was his best promo to me. I'm not really the biggest fan of Will Offspring on the mic. He's not trash or nothing like that, but him going crazy talking about his just everything. It was like that was fire to me.
Hmm. All right. So let's see. We got the promos. We got the match. We got all that stuff there. Let's do. I'm trying to think of like what's the next award that should we do? Let's do best show of the year. Because something we haven't gotten that far yet. We haven't touched that one yet. So let's do best show. And for me, I think the winner WrestleMania 40 could be split
Wait.
up in.
Only because um you did a few. Let me start this one off.
Yeah, sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
But I want you to take over the rest though.
Okay.
Um Show of the year for me, night two WrestleMania,
Hmm.
night one WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much there. I'm pretty the same. Yeah, probably the same order, the same three. Revolution would be fourth. I think it was AEW's best show. I thought it was Revolution.
Revolution was
But yeah,
fire.
night two. Yeah, night two, night one, and in SummerSlam, and the Revolution. What made that one special as well was that was Sting's final match. That was the triple threat of Joe, Hangman, and Swerve, and easily the most petty moment in a match of Hangman saying, "I'd rather tap out and lose than to see Swerve
Yeah.
win," which was as that's that's another legendary petty moment because Hangman main op was Swerve, and keeping him away from the title was like the main objective, and he succeeded that night, even though it cost him the match. But he was cool with it. And then Osprey Takeshita was a banger. It was a match of the year
Yes,
contender,
yes.
and it was absolutely amazing. And then we got an underrated match between Cesaro or Claudio Castagnoli and Mox versus FTR, was an underrated banger as well. So like we got a lot of good matches that night for Revolution. But yeah, WrestleMania night two, and then night one, and obviously, and then SummerSlam. Those three shows were just special, and just like there weren't really too many misses on either of those nights. Like maybe the Uso match on night one, and then the 6 man street fight for night two. aside from that, for WrestleMania, there really were no misses. I think that's what made those two nights incredibly
And
special.
the Uso match, it was what it was on the strength of time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which was unfortunate for them. That's always been their dream. And they ain't really do anything. But it was a mirror match. Like you knew it was gonna be a bunch of super kicks. Like we knew what was gonna happen. We're just there for the storyline. A bunch of super
Hmm.
like if those niggas running back again, super kicks, Samoan drops, splash.
Yep. And then Jay doing a spear, and then Jimmy would do something different, but that's
Mhm.
about it.
What we got next?
All right. Next up, let's get to. Did we do best storyline?
Nope,
Oh, did we
not yet.
do? Yep. We did not do best storylines. Let's do that.
You could take
Uh,
it from here on out, bro.
okay. I thought you
No,
were
no,
gonna
no.
go with
I'll
it.
let you take it from here
Oh,
on out, bro.
okay. For me, it's easy. Cody finishing the story. Like for
Yep,
it was the most
yep,
captivating story for four
yep,
months for the first four
yep.
months
Uh-huh.
of this year of last year was okay. Once Cody won the Royal Rumble, it was like yeah, okay, it's time. Like let's are they gonna do this? And then we got taken on the on the roller coaster ride of okay, are we gonna even have the match between Cody versus Roman?
Uh-huh.
Was Rock pulled up? And then the fans getting in on it, obviously the stuff on social media, and then like you mentioned before with the Rock and his commentary, and the Cody Cryberries babies was turned into a comic shirt. It's hilarious if you didn't see it at WWE World at the convention center. Uh, and we got that, and then obviously the night one setup, and then the night two setup that was a great parlay into it, and then of course WrestleMania Endgame and everything that happened with it. But Cody actually finishing the story and Michael Cole's call of it, legitimately an S tier call for Michael Cole. I thought that was a special moment. I would
Why is that
say
for Michael
in
Cole?
WWE history as well.
Wait. You said it was a special one for Michael Cole. You said.
It was an S tier call for Michael Cole. It's like it absolutely is like one of Michael Cole's like best five calls in the history of in his
Mm,
career.
um. Um. Yeah. Like there is no two or three to me, but for the sake of the hold on. I'm sorry. Do you have a two or three?
There really isn't one.
Yeah. Like
No, there really isn't
yeah.
one.
By far, bro. This the storyline, but it's I say it's the storyline. It's Cody's finishing the story, bro. By far. But just for shits and giggles and um um for the sake of the two and three, Swerve and Hangman is my runner up,
Hmm.
and Rhea and Liv beef. That's crazy.
Yes.
But easily Cody finishing
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely those. Yeah. Definitely the finish of the story was absolutely number one. But yeah. But most def.
Samantha
Um.
Irvin cracking her voice,
Yes.
crying and
Yes.
shit. Oh my goodness, bro.
She felt, and I think the emotion in the building that at the link that night, where like people are crying, like the person that sat next to me was
Yeah, same
crying
over here.
when Cody won.
Same here, bro.
Like yeah, like the dude to my left was like legitimately like bawling his eyes out when Cody won. Like it was like that, like it was legitimately a special experience
Bro,
that's going to be incredibly hard to
he
duplicate.
was like the guy next to me. He was like, "Bro, I'm 50 plus years old over here crying and shit." Yeah, man. Like I feel you, bro. Yeah, I mean, So do you know the reason why Stone Cold did not pull up and Undertaker did?
I know Miz kind of explained, I think, the method to the madness of it. But I think wasn't it like Austin was like, I'm gonna do all this to prepare for just this?
It was
Or
like,
was it a matter of like Austin didn't want to make the travel to Philly,
it was,
and like since he lives in Nevada or something, and like I don't want to he want to make the travel just to Philly just for like 30 seconds or something.
it
And Undertaker was like, yeah, I'm willing to do it to close like kind of close my chapter.
maybe that was part of it as well. Like, if I'm gonna do all this and do all that for a couple of seconds, maybe. But from It was money. They couldn't agree on
Yeah,
money,
right.
so they went to Taker instead. But Stone Cold has fucked up before. When he left wrestling, like bro, like this could have been another super duper moment for you, bro. Like you're part of history, bro. Like
That building was prepared for Austin.
yeah,
That built like the link was 100. I'm not sure the link would be standing if Austin if you heard the glass break.
yeah.
The building was prepared for
You know,
Austin. It was 100% prepared for Stone Cold.
like he didn't lose anything, but he could have definitely gained a lot, and he could have submitted himself into history again. You feel me?
What people would have given that night at the link to see Austin stun the Rock
Exactly.
one more time, and for Rock to do that exaggerated bump like that.
Bro, if The Rock did that, yo, exactly, bro, exactly. So
Yeah, like that was that was a moment missed, but Undertaker like his the gong going off, and then all of a sudden Undertaker like appears like, oh, he's in the ring, and like I didn't even realize I was sitting above where like he actually like popped up
yeah.
from, like where like they had they saw like the like people cameras like saw Undertaker like where he emerged from and where he like went back to, like I didn't even realize I was sitting like above it,
Oh,
and it was like
crazy.
it was wild.
And the glass break, all like it would have gave niggas heart attacks, bro. It would have gave niggas heart
Yes,
attacks. But
yeah,
that gong is it's still and with the lights going off, it's still there, bro.
yep,
It's like it's cool. It's cool. Like this will gladly do. But that glass
hmm
breaking, niggas will have heart attack. We would have had a heart attack, bro.
To be honest, I was perfectly okay. Like I thought I was more fine with Taker being there than Austin because WrestleMania is like that's Undertaker is the guy I think of. The first person I think of when I think of WrestleMania is
Exactly.
Undertaker.
That's why you
So
can't go
for
wrong.
that's why I was like, there's no complaints. Like, oh yeah, like okay, yeah, Taker's the next guy. Yeah, we can go with this. This is perfectly fine. So yeah, I thought Taker for that to happen the way it did, and for Taker to kind of give his stamp of approval for Cody. I think that was what Miz was saying. I thought that was a great way to explain. Like, yeah, that's a great way to kind of pass the torch to Cody, and then Cody obviously closed it out with the and then Roman with the chair shot to Seth too, which is
Yes.
the other part of this.
And
Which was to close that part of the chapter too, and that was special. That was a very special moment.
let me tell you why. Yes, Austin would have been it would have been Austin, right? But let me tell you the reason why it's not like so many other things could have happened for the callback of Rock, Stone Cold Stunner, Undertaker. It could have been Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because of the story between them two, Brock could have came out with an F5 with the Rock. Well, but why is Brock doing?
or Brock Cody, and the way
I
Brock kind of gave
I
Cody
was
his
just about to
flowers.
say that. It was like before Brock left, he gave Cody his flowers, and then they're like, no, nigga, like yeah, like before you left, I was the one who beat you. You know what I mean?
Hmm
Like that would have been cool. Um, shit, even if Shawn Michaels would have did a super kick, bro. You know what I mean? Just one last time, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like when you hear it, when you hear that Shawn Michaels music, like
hmm
like bro, like it would have it would have all hit, bro. It would have all hit. But like that glass break, absolutely. But nobody's upset that it's Undertaker.
hmm
Nobody's upset. So damn, we still on that. That's definitely a storyline of the year. All right, let's take this to
Yeah. Yeah.
wifey of the year. Go ahead, bro.
Rivalry of the year is Punk and Drew. It's definitely Punk
We've
and
been
Drew,
standing on that.
and it's I don't think it's particularly close. It's Punk and Drew for the matches, for the pettiness, for the promo work, for making it revolve around a bracelet for 2 months, which was ridiculously insane. For Punk storming, like going through Scotland, like you said, and allowing and costing Drew the title, and that was the second time in a month that he did it because he did it at Money in the Bank too
Mhm.
in Toronto, where he pulled up in Toronto just to cost him. What was he doing, Michael Cole? He was doing his job. He was doing his job. Michael Cole called him out his name. He was like, "Phil, what are you doing?" He's like, "My job." And then obviously the Scotland one, and then Drew getting his receipt back in Chicago, which I thought was like, and people were so mad on Twitter about it. Like no, like this had to happen this way. Like Drew should get his lick back. This was completely necessary. People were so mad. Like I was on Team Drew for all of this. It is like yeah, this was Drew getting his lick back. Like I see nothing wrong here. And then obviously the bracelet stuff, the SummerSlam match where Seth was the ref, and even Seth getting in on this as well for a lot of this story. It absolutely is Punk and Drew, and it wasn't particularly close.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying Hangman Swerve would be second, and then Liv and Rhea would be third.
God damn.
Hangman Swerve, I thought was a really good rivalry, and then Liv and Rhea probably would be third place.
Yeah, that's actually my first my three as well, and I feel the same. It's not even close. It would have been close if Hangman and Swerve beef started in 2024. I
Mm-hmm.
probably would have went with Swerve and Hangman if it started in 2024. But yeah, easily, I agree. All three of them, all three.
Mm-hmm.
What we got next?
Let's get to best tag team of the year.
Hey,
This one was hard for me because there was a two-team race, and I was torn between the overall steadiness and overall consistency of Fraxium, of Nathan Frazier and
hmm
Axiom, and the Young Bucks, who had incredible matches, but not as much consistency.
hmm
So I was so torn between the two of them. I went with the consistency, and I took Fraxium. And then third place, I said with Bianca and Jade because of their overall consistency as well, where they were just generally awesome as a tag team and generally dominant as a tag team. So give me Fraxium and then give me the Bucks and then give me Bianca Jade.
So I feel the same exact way, right? About that's my number one. And instead of the Young Bucks, hold on. So Nathan, Nathan Frazier and Axiom is my number one. Bianca and Jade is my number two. Okay. And
Okay.
instead of the Young Bucks, it's the Judgment Day for me.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm sorry. Instead of yeah, the Young Bucks was I'm sorry. The Young Bucks was my third. My third. It was the Judgment Day at first because of the consistency and all that. But
Okay.
the Young Bucks put on because they both was inconsistent. But if I'm going to go, who had the better matches out of them two? The Young Bucks. But that's why um Bianca and Jade is my number two. They didn't have the better tag team matches than Fraser and Axiom. They was consistent. They have been even with their storyline, the back and forth. They're gonna turn. They're gonna lose. And they still don't lose. Like they sent us. They sent us on a ride the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're my one. Bianca and Jade is my two, and the Young Bucks is my three.
I like it. I like it. It's good. Good set of good combos. All right. So let's expand it from two people to maybe more than that. Faction of the year. And this is where I went Judgment Day. For their overall consistency, for, for their overall energy, no matter which version of it, whether it be Rhea, Damien, and obviously Finn's version, obviously with Dom as well, and the core four, the OG members of Judgment Day, to now it's Finn and it's Rhea, not Rhea, it's Finn and it's Liv and it's
Uh,
Carlito and Dom, obviously, and their overall, their different form of energy that they're bringing to the table. So give me Judgment Day on my as my number one. Number two, and this was a tricky one. Death Riders slash the BCC.
yeah, yeah.
Obviously, both groups are kind of like one morphed into the other, but that's my two. and because of how dominant they've been, especially since they were all healthy and they're all at full strength now. So I'm here for that. And then Solo's Bloodline. Solo's Bloodline is brought an entirely different aura and entirely different energy to SmackDown. I feel like they've Solo's done a tremendous job with that crew. So give me Solo third. Solo's crew
I
third.
have the exact same list as yours, but in reverse. For
Okay.
the same exact reason for all of them. It's in reverse. Bloodline 1, Death Riders 2, Judgment slash BCC, Judgment Day 3. Honorable mention, House of
Interesting.
Black. Yes, that. Yeah,
Interesting.
you know,
Interesting. No, I'm not like it. So all right. So why'd you solos? For similar reasons that you explained earlier, is why you had solos crew one.
no, because the same reason why you said about the Judgment Day, the OG Judgment Day to the new Judgment Day, beginning of the year, it was the OG Judgment Bloodline
Right.
with the Rock. So it's still the Bloodline. It's just a new version of the Bloodline.
Okay.
And even if it wasn't, even if I didn't look at it like that, I still would have the new bloodline as number one to expand on your question because of what the hell Solo done for the SmackDown brand, how he's keeping the bloodline name, the storyline alive. It's not just some mid card shit. No, he's holding the bloodline down. The storyline
Mm-hmm.
still revolves to this day, and it still makes sense. He's part of the tribal combat, bro. You know what I mean? The
Mm-hmm.
introduction of Jacob Fatu, which was Solo before. You know, which was like we look at Jacob now, like how we looked at Solo when Solo was the enforcer. You feel me?
Right.
Just the storyline, just like bro, WWE revolves around the goddamn bloodline, regardless of which version it is. KO and
Mm-hmm.
Cody, you feel me? KO and Cody, they're beefing because of the bloodline. You teamed up with him, you feel me?
Yep.
And Seth,
And now he's an op, and now Kevin
right?
Owens is a raging bull.
Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. Like it doesn't matter. The bloodline is all part of wrestling. All part of it, some way, somehow, all connected. Even Solo's part, like Solo version, yes, the best faction is hands down. And then now we're cheering "fuck you, Solo."
Yes. And the Team Bloodline stuff that happened
Yeah,
earlier in the year.
that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, um, it made hella noise. I feel like they made hella noise, bro. They made more noise than anywhere else, bro. But I will tell you, Julian Hart is back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's man, I'm excited for that. That's my girl right there. I did not like her weak ass moonsault, and I don't know what it was, but I felt like she's done something to it, she put a little more oomph into it. It's like now I
Yep.
really like your moonsault. I don't know what it was, bro. I don't know what she did to it, but it's like it's more velocity and it's little. She extended it a little bit more, you know.
She's not just floating in the air.
Yeah,
She's like, yeah, there's some speed. Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
you know, and you already know how Buddy and Malachi is, man. But the
Yeah.
gunner, man, the gunner, who, like Brody, like the crowd, like we're really digging him more and more, and I'm glad, like he's been getting more love for him and
Hmm.
his singles matches. Like I say, watch out for them, man. Watch out for them.
I think that's the part. That's the part about this group, about the HOB, that is that's becoming a thing now. I love how each member is seemingly getting their flowers or seemingly getting a run, and it's not really getting in the way of the other one. It's not really getting in the way of everyone
Right.
else in the crew. Like we saw before Julia got hurt, we saw that she had her run, and then obviously Malachi's had his, and we're seeing Brody get his. At some point, you figure Buddy's gonna have a run too. You would figure when he gets back. Like it's really good to see, like they're not getting in each other's way, and they're all like, obviously Malachi's the leader, but no, like they're not stopping each other from like, oh, you got a singles run, go get your shot. and I'm here for it. And I think that's really good to see all four members of it get energy. And now obviously Julia's back to get her, like kind of reclaim what she had once lost. And Brody, let's see if Brody can make it hot as a singles wrestler as well in AEW. So yeah, I'm here for that.
And I also say, look out for the hurt syndicate, bro.
They might wreck shop in 25 and wreck shop really quickly and easily in 2025. Those tag titles aren't safe. Like Private Party, you had a great 24, but yeah, you're like your roster, like you're not, it's not safe. Like your tag titles are not safe.
Mm-hmm. Now we
All right, so we got
now we gonna really get to some real heavy hitters now, man.
now we're getting into the very serious awards. Um, the only ones left because yeah, we got like 3 or 4 left.
All right. So you want to go? You want me to go?
So yeah, you can go. You got it.
We can do match of the year, bro. Match of the year. Yeah. Match of the year for me was easy. Cody Roman
Hmm.
WrestleMania. Um, that was my match of the year. Uh, Simply because the last 10 minutes, everything that transpired, bro. That's my match of the year. Um, this is see now the next two is going to be crazy. Because Edge, Adam Copeland, the match he got injured
Oh, the cage match
against
Malachi.
Malachi Black.
The barbed wire cage.
Yes,
Yeah.
that, and I'm so fucking pissed off. He was on a run, bro. Oh,
Hmm.
that feud, that rivalry it was so fire, bro. Yo, I don't know. Like now, this is just me asking. Did you hear anything, or did you suspect anything that Adam was going to be the new leader of HOB? That's what I was thinking.
I think a lot of people thought they were going that route, but no, I don't. I never. I guess I never read into it. I never really like read into that sense. So I never really took. I never really took it that far mentally.
Mhm.
So I'd say no. I've never really thought that.
That's what I thought. That's what was going to be the next go, like the next way, like Adam was beat Malachi Black, and he was going to come back, and he was like, "Yo, I can't keep fighting these niggas like this, man. Yo." And they unleashed a different part of him because he brought out the brood. Hey,
Hmm.
Gangrel, like man, like you know what? Yeah, we back. Yeah, I'm back to this edge now, and it was going to be like AEW version of Judgment Day. That's how I was looking at it. That's
It could have been had that actually manifested. That would have been a nasty group if
Mhm.
that manifested itself.
So that's what I was thinking. That was the direction that they was going. And number three, which is kind of like a cop out, but to me it's not. Every Will Offspring match.
He had so many.
Every
He
Will.
had so many.
I mean, like, oh my gosh, bro. Every Will Offspring match, even with the Continental titles, Ricochet, just nigga, everything, bro. Just everything. It's like his matches is just like, what are we doing, bro? What are we watching, bro? Like
Right.
Cal Fletcher. I didn't think that match was gonna be that fire, bro, but it was. It was, bro. Not because of Will, because I wasn't too sold on Kyle Fletcher, and I'm sitting there like, well, hold on, they do got chemistry, so it is gonna be good. But Kyle Fletcher continued just to be nasty, bro. But so I'm thinking
Hmm.
like, they got chemistry, but yeah, Kyle Fletcher's the real deal, and Will Ospreay, that feud right there really set it up for him. But Will Ospreay and Ricochet just doing the same thing, back and forth with each other, man. Jesus, bro, every Will Ospreay match, bro.
So my winner is obviously Cody Roman too. That's pretty obvious, and we explained it enough. So we'll move on from that. Drew Punk Hell in a Cell.
Ooh,
is number two for me.
Yeah.
Drew Punk Hell in a Cell, I thought was an outstanding end to what was a tremendous rivalry. I thought that was the worthy end. It was we were all thinking once this was rivalry was building, this is Hell in a Cell
Yes.
worthy. Taking the Hell in a Cell, and we got there, and it was as advertised. It was as violent as advertised. It was as brutal as advertised, and we got the great callback with the bracelets and the beads. We got the and then the closing segment of it where McIntyre, we all thought he broke his back with that Claymore, and then Punk basically knocking him out with the chain around his knee. Like it was a tremendous way to finish it out.
Yeah.
And third, this was hard because Osprey had so many matches. He had so many classics. But the one in particular I picked was him and Danielson.
Oh my God, bro.
And
Yeah.
like that was a dream match that I was like yeah, I'm so glad I saw that. I'm so glad we got a chance to see that go down, and the psychology of the Tiger Driver coming into play, like when he actually pulled the
Yeah.
trigger going forward. And I thought that was incredibly special to see that at Dynasty. Osprey and Danielson cook like that. So there were so many Osprey matches I could have picked. I could have picked him and Sikoska. I could have picked him and Swerve.
Oh no,
Him
that
and him,
what?
yeah, him and MJF,
I
the
was about
hour
to
long
say that.
classic they had on Dynamite.
And I was about to say that,
Like,
and he beat Will Ospreay without breaking a sweat. Yo, this nigga's a dickhead, bro. What is wrong with him, bro?
MJF is wild for that. He is wild for that one. Yeah, there are so many matches I could have picked with Will Ospreay, but that's the one that I picked. I had to point out especially. I did think of Danielson and Swerve too. Danielson Swerve at Wembley. I thought that was a special one because of
Mm,
the story it told. That was a good one because of the story it told, and we got to see Swerve as a villain for a little bit, and like the Danielson, like, oh, is he actually gonna lose and retire at Wembley? Like, is he? Like, obviously, we bet a pizza
yeah,
over it.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was a tremendous performance. So yeah, so that's my number three is Osprey Danielson as my third.
Great, fucking picks by you, bro. Heavy hitter matches by you. Heavy hitter matches by you.
So let's get to our MVPs.
No, 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 no,
First,
no. Before we get to there, let's do a wrestler of the year first.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. MVPs and Cody and Woden.
Because you're
Yeah,
right. MVP is not just about the matches. MVP is about like
yeah.
everything. So yeah, Wrestle of the Year is about the matches themselves. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna do this one. You do the MVPs for the women and the men, and I'll do
Hmm.
Cody and Woden.
Okay.
And well, do you does it matter who you wrestle of the year first? It don't.
Well, Wrestle of the Year is Wody though. That is
No,
Wody.
no, no. Wody is women of the year. The women's.
Oh, Woman of the Year.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the champion of like the women's champion of the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I got you. I got
Wody.
you. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I got you. Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. Understood. Understood.
yeah.
Understood.
That's why it's Cody the champion of the year, but that's men's, and Wody is the women's. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Let's do it
If you
that way
want me to
then.
give you some time, I can go first.
No, no, no. I'll know my answers. I'll know my answers for this. That's fine.
All right. So wrestler of the year, you want me to go? Or you want to go?
Yeah. You go.
All right. So good transition to Will Ospreay, bro. Will Ospreay. Oh my gosh, bro. Like I'm. I'll say that afterwards because I don't want to spoil anything. But rest of the year will also hands down, bro. And I say him over anyone else because it's not just the match that you have; it's the impact of the match that you have, and all his matches hit, bro. All his matches, you just can't look away, bro. You just can't look away. You know, if you know, you know. So to me,
Hmm.
that's my wrestler of the year. Number two, running up, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker,
Okay.
bro. Just man, just everything, bro. Like for me, I became a fan since he tagged with Baron Corbin. That's when I became a fan of Braun Breaker. I respected him, but I was like, yo, that nigga's nasty. Since he tagged and then they became the Wolf Dogs. And then
Hmm.
he just and even when he got called up, man, like man, all his matches has been bangers, bro. And just back and forth with the spears, you know what I mean? I think that's dope as hell.
I did the Monday night. I kept doing the Monday Night Ribs thing for Braun. I parlayed a little bit with Bronson, but I did the Monday Night Ribs thing whenever Braun pulled up because like I do love Braun Breaker matches.
Yeah.
I agree with I love that
You said Monday Night Ribs.
Monday Night well, because of the spear because
Oh,
if it, because of the spears, it's how devastating the spears have
three
been.
rib.
Yeah, it looked like he would just like just break ribs every time he. No, it was like a Twitter thing. It was like I didn't eat ribs every Monday night because of Breaker. But, like it was a Twitter thing. Like it's like whenever Breaker pulled up for a match on Raw, like it was like it's time for Monday Night Ribs
Oh,
because
okay.
like Breaker's generally here to like to finish you
I'm
with a
like,
spear. I did it for Bronson Reed too because Bronson Reed like obviously is Tsunami
yeah.
was a similar vein.
I'm like, damn, that's expensive. Ribs every Monday,
No, I
and
don't.
that shit.
I don't eat. No, I only eat ribs after like celebrating Penn State wins now. Like I don't eat ribs for like every Monday night. No, that's
Yeah,
not a thing.
I'm like, damn, bro. Every Monday, Brian Breaker. Like, first of all, that's a lot of money, and number two, that's unhealthy, bro. Every week for a year, every Monday.
Yeah, no, it's not that it's not that. And ribs are like $6 at grocery
Oh,
outlet.
is it?
But
Oh, no, I didn't know that. My bad.
yeah, I know where to
Yeah,
shop.
real shit, dog. Real shit. Yeah. You want to drop? You want to drop the store?
The one on Horton Street in Germantown.
What store is it?
It's it's in the Germantown part of the city. It's on West Horton. Like if you take the 23, you can't miss it.
Yeah,
You'll run right into it.
got you.
If you take the 23 bus, you'll run right into it.
Damn, and the ribs like $6. Okay, nah,
Yeah, like $6. Yeah, like $6, like $6 or $7, depending on the ribs you
it's
find.
not bad. So the third one for me, which is I was contemplating on between Liv and Bianca, but I went with Bianca. And I have
Okay.
not said this to you, but I've been drunk a lot. I've been meaning to say this to you. Like, is it me or did Bianca turn the fuck up since Jay became her partner? Like, cause last
I think she realized she had to because she realized the force that Jade is becoming and Jade's going to be.
because
I think she realized she had
because
to.
I remember we had that conversation where Bianca had a slightly down year last year, even though it was fire. It was just a down year in
Right?
comparison to the other years, but since Jade became a tag partner, I feel like this is. It feel like it's like I want to say redemption. I just feel like-
It's a reawaken. It's like a
Yeah,
resurgence or a
man.
reawakening
Yeah.
for Bianca. Either one
I'm
works.
like, yeah. I'm like, oh, this is different. So that's why I went with her for wrestler of the year because she's been listen. She's holding it down. She's mentoring Jade. She's having matches
Hmm.
that no one even cares about, but Bianca has been showing up and showing out. I love that Bianca Io Sky match. I love that goddamn match.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
She even said that's one of her favorite matches of the year from last year.
like
Oh, it was Bianca Io.
so. Yes, I'm going with my girl, man. It's number three for wrestler of the year.
Okay, okay. We agree on number one. We definitely agree on Will Ospreay.
Mm.
The catalog is just the catalog's too good. The catalog is just too good to not have Will Ospreay as number one. My number two is Gunther. I thought Gunther had a tremendous year. Intercontinental Championship to start the year. He cooked with the Intercontinental title. Obviously, had the banger against Sammy to close the run out, but he had great matches there. And then winning the King of the Ring, had a great match with Randy Orton, two great matches with Randy eventually. The bangers against Priest with the World Heavyweight Championship. I thought he did a really good job there with those titles, and generally has had a good title run and another great world title match with Sammy on that Monday Night Raw as well. I thought that was a fun story that they told again. And I thought Gunther's overall quality of matches is why I put him second. And my women's representative is Io Sky, who I've mentioned for a while now. I think Io's top five in terms of best women's wrestlers right now is legitimately Io. In terms of her overall quality of matches with Lyra, she's had some bangers with. We just talked about Bianca. Her match with Bayley at WrestleMania, I thought was tremendous. And like overall, like Io's overall bag in her catalog this year is tremendous to me. So give me Io as I would say like overall in terms of wrestler bell to bell. I thought she was the best wrestler in the women's for the women.
See, I was having a hard time with Gunther. I really was, man.
Okay.
But and now thinking back at it, I'm like, damn, bro, maybe I should have put him second. But I'm gonna stick to my guns because yeah, and it is crazy. He had all his matches was nice. Maybe with the King of the Ring, like I feel like I'm disrespecting him now. I ain't gonna lie to you, but um for some reason I just can't get over Bianca because she's carrying Jade. She's carrying her, bro. She's having matches with people who's not as established, with the exception of Io Sky. I'm not saying like I'm just saying like her. What's who when they won the champions the first time? Who was it against, bro? Iron Fire.
When Bianca and Jade won?
Yeah. I,
Oh, they beat Asuka and
oh
Kyrie.
no, no, not that one, not them. The oh, I thought they beat yeah. Oh, okay. So
So Lyra, no, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, but
yeah,
they beat
yeah,
that's the team they beat the second
yeah, yeah,
time
yeah,
for the
yeah,
second one.
yeah. Them, okay, it's like um, they're nice, but come on now, Bianca. She's you know, you got Bianca, Jaden, you got them two. Bianca is the only one that's established in the ring and
Hmm.
solidified, and I feel like they had a lot of matches like that where she had to carry it all. That's just how I felt about it, and it was never a dull moment with her. Excuse me. So I'm speaking, and it's not Gunther's fault that he has more competition than Bianca. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's just carrying them niggas, bro. That's all simple as that. And like even Gunther's triple threat match, he ain't carry nobody. It was a great fucking match to me. In the short period of time that he made it, it was a great match. But Bianca carried
Are you talking about Gunther, Priest, and Finn
exactly.
a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago?
triple
Okay.
threat on main event. Like
Right.
that was a great fucking match, but he didn't carry anybody. Bianca had
Because everyone carried their own weight.
exactly,
That's a fair point.
and that's the only reason why, which is not fair, but that's the reason why I'm giving it to Bianca because her matches, like if it wasn't for Bianca, bro, I think all of them matches, most of them matches would just be mid, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So
Mm.
that's my opinion on it. But Brian Breaker, I'm still yeah, I still gotta rock with him, bro. As my number two. Bianca three, but I'm pretty sure after this year, I'm not leaving Gunther out no more. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. He's a fucking wrestler's wrestler, bro. You can't leave him out no more.
All right. So let's get to our overall MVPs. So obviously this will include promos or everything, all that stuff. So for the
Promo,
men's
storyline, match quality,
all of it.
everything.
Yep, it's gonna put all of it in play. And for me, my number one, I stood on this for a while. Drew McIntyre. I thought Drew Mc, I thought Drew McIntyre had a tremendous year, start to finish. Like the bell to bell stuff, the promo stuff, the petty videos he did with CM Punk to start the year, the petty stuff he did with CM Punk during the year, and then like all the stuff he's done with Jey Uso and with all the OG Bloodline members, the stuff he's currently doing with Solo, and like the uneasy tension there is there because it's clearly unfinished business with Drew and Solo and a very uneasy truce that which we may see pay off on Raw this Monday. But Drew to me is the MVP here. Number two is Cody, for obvious reasons. Is Cody Rhodes for like he had some good promo bars this year. The Trick Williams cookout stuff was funny. That was a fun promo there.
Oh,
The
absolutely,
stuff the
absolutely.
stuff we did with AJ, the stuff he did with AJ from the banger he had in France at Backlash, and that was an underrated entrance of the year too for AJ Styles, and the the Mark Henry retirement trip, the fake Mark Henry tribute, the fake Mark Henry retirement tribute that AJ did, that Cody kind of forced him to do to get back in the title picture, which led to the I Quit stuff. And obviously, the stuff he's doing with Kevin Owens right now, and the uneasy, obvious, inevitable rivalry he's going to have with Randy when Orton gets back. Like, it's like Cody's, like, the energy that Cody has brought this year has been outstanding. And for me, number three, this one's tough because it's Swerve and it's Osprey. But I'm down to those two for number three. I think I'm gonna go Swerve because of the promo stuff as well as the matches themselves.
Mm,
But that's a really tough one. But I'm gonna go Swerve third for my MVPs. So give me Drew and then Cody and then Swerve.
okay, I'm going with Cody as my number one for obvious reasons. I'm going for Roman Reigns as my number two,
Okay.
and for obvious reasons. But to extend on it, like we're not going to forget from January up until WrestleMania, he was number one. Like we I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying it's like I know he's part time now, but we're
Right.
not gonna put smut on his name for the first quarter of the calendar month. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so and even with now, it's like we we want Roman. No, I'm sorry. It went from we want Roman to OTC. You feel me?
Yep.
So
Yep.
Roman coming back as the OTC, like he's still shitting out money. You mean from the OTC? He's still him. He's still him, bro. And every time he's not super part time, but he's here, bro. And like I still feel like he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, even
Mm-hmm.
even now, bro. Like not with him not being a full time wrestler, he's still he's still everything, dog. And that's why I got you. Got to put respect on his name with that man. He's still box office attraction. He's still put on some good story. It's still great storylines. You feel me? Like it's still Roman. It's still Roman. It's still OTC. So that's where I'm going with him as number two. Um, this number three was a little difficult for me. Number three was difficult. But you know what? Oh man, I feel like it's disrespectful that we haven't mentioned this man's name the whole time. At least not yet. Up until this point. Well, I lied to you. My bad. Yes, we did. We both mentioned him. None of my Seth Rollins. My bad. Seth
Okay.
Rollins. Yeah, man. I originally went with Priest, Damian Priest. I originally,
Priest is a good one.
yeah. I originally went with him, but Seth, it's Seth Rollins, bro. It's Seth Rollins. But Priest is a good one though, bro. It's a really good one. But I gotta stand on Seth, bro. As far as like it's Seth. But I will say, honorable mention. Not saying that matters, but I will say honorable mention. I'm putting Drew and Punk together.
Okay.
They are equal to me. They are equal. Even now with Seth and Punk and Drew and the Bloodline. Before that, they was equal, bro. Man, like so. That's where I'm going with that one.
I like it. All right. That's a good that's a good setup. Let's go to the women's side of things.
Okay.
And for me, this was a pretty easy one for me, actually. Believe it or not. Number one, Roxanne Perez.
Jesus,
I
I
thought
knew that was
she,
going to come. I knew you.
absolutely
Huh.
Roxanne Perez. Like her title matches were her pretty much all of them were bangers. Like great matches with Lola Vice, great match with Thea Hale. It was easily Thea's best match. It was a great match to win the title back with Lyra. She had like great matches, like matches with Jade and with Lola Vice. We both think are like, yeah, that they're both on the come up. Great matches with them. Great match with Julia. Like Roxanne has really shown herself to really help in part carry the brand of NXT this year. And I thought she's been a tremendous champion. And the fact that she's only 24 is she's got so much more room to grow in WWE as a whole when she gets called up to the main roster. I think she's going to absolutely kill it when she gets there. Second, and this was tough because these are the second and third for me are both champions as well. And I feel really bad for leaving Nia off this list as a close fourth, but I'm at Mariah May second.
Honorable, you can have an
I'm at
honorable mention.
yeah, like Nia's my honorable mention. I'm at Mariah May second, and like her rise to
Mhm.
the women's championship in AEW, I think has been tremendous. And like the storyline with her and Tony, I thought that was a great hook and a great story for her to win the Owen Hart. And then that's when she portrays Tony Storm. And then the great story that they told at Wembley for then Mariah to unseat her as champion. And then she's had a really good run as such since then for the last 5 months or so. So I went with Mariah May second. And then I went with Liv Morgan third for reasons that we've obviously talked about earlier because Liv Morgan has had an excellent 2024 and she continues to cook as champion in 2025. I feel really bad for leaving Nia off, but Nia's going to be fourth.
I got Liv as my number one,
Okay.
and my number one and my number two was actually difficult for me, but I went with the fact that she's been injured, but she's been here the whole step of the way, and that's what made me choose Liv Morgan as my MVP for the women's, and runner up Tony Storm.
Mm.
Excuse me, Tony Storm. Excuse me. Oh my,
Bless you.
thanks. Tony Storm is Tony Storm, bro. Like like the storyline with her, and Mariah May, and just the timeless Tony Storm stuff, and just her promos, everything about it was just she's must see, bro. She's must see. Shut up, tits out, and watch out for the
And watch for
shoes.
the shoes.
Making Renee break character. Joe, she's just been fun to watch and been super consistent the whole time, bro. So that's why I chose her over Liv, and I would have chose um, Mariah May, but I don't think Mariah May had much of an impact than Tony
Okay.
Storm did. So with that being said, my number three is Rhea Ripley.
Mm.
That's my number three. Just Rhea and Liv is Drew and Punk to me. As far as the rivalry, they're just great with each other, bro. They're just great, and um, even with the Terror Twins for a brief moment, that was a good job. Just the whole Judgment Day
Mm-hmm.
thing, good job. Like the storyline, with Dom betraying her, you know what I mean? Just the promos, just her aura, bro. Bro, when she came back from injury, bro, like. And then even when she got injured again, like her popping in her shoulder, like bro, just everything about her is like she's not staying down, bro. She is
Mm-hmm.
not staying down, bro. Like fuck that injury shit, and like we see her, we see her like battling that shit. If it was scripted or not, we see what she's doing, bro, and it's believable. And it's like, man, bro. But because of the injuries, that's why I can't have her as number one or number two, unfortunately. So
That makes sense. It's a very sensible top three in your part as well to have Tony and Rhea as well. Even without like Tony was out for like 4 months, and then Like just and like even this current like kind of lovable rookie character she's currently rolling with right now.
What is
It is
wrong?
so Tony Storm is so goofy and it works. Like everything she's done has worked so far.
And you just stopped
Uh,
your ass too.
in AEW, it is a very goofy thing, and I'm here for it. So I'm much so very much looking forward to more Tony Storm, and then obviously Rhea, like her aura has been like on whatever she pulls up in WWE is big time. So I completely understand why you had Rhea on your list as well.
So, Cody of the year, which is champion of the year. Man, this was a little difficult for me, but I I feel like I disrespected my man's Gunther by not putting him on the list.
Okay.
But I feel like I redeemed myself by calling him champion of the year. This was tough. This was tough. Um, because it it's because I all right. Number two was Cody. Number two was Cody. You know, and I feel like Cody is the obvious answer. But the volume of matches that Gunther had spoke more than Cody's to me. Not by much. Not by much. You know, like every match Gunther had, including the King of the Ring, was all heavy hitters, bro. Even with
Hmm.
Cody match with Carmelo Hayes, it was a good match. It was a really good match. But every match Gunther had all hit. Even when Gunther went against Ricochet, I'm like, yo, Ricochet is killing it, bro. Like, this is a hell of a match. Every
Hmm.
match Gunther has is a fucking banger, bro. There's no days off with him. That's how I feel about Will Ospreay. No days off. So it's champion, but if we're talking about if we're talking about champion, I'm going with champion of the year, bro. Yeah, I'm going with Gunther. Oh, my bad. Gunther, Cody, and Mox.
And Mox is your third. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I like it. I like it. I agree with your first two. Gunther's matches were slightly better than Cody's, although I think Cody had better storylines.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
Gunther, I think overall the match quality was so good when he was champion as champion. Obviously, we talked about the first match with King of the Ring with Randy Orton, not, but there was no title there. There was a title of Bash in Berlin, and that was even better than the first one, I think. And I think it
Yeah.
was a tremendous story that they told between Gunther and Randy, and talked about him with Sammy. Obviously, when Gunther was Intercontinental Champion, he had the matches there, he had the bangers before WrestleMania and then the match with Sammy after, and the triple threat where we saw, we talked about earlier, main event where they cooked with him, Finn, and Damien. I thought that was, I thought Gunther has been a tremendous champion. Cody, for obvious reasons, part the storylines as well. We talked about the AJ Styles stuff. We talked about the bloodline stuff he did with Solo. And I thought Cody has, and obviously stuff he's currently doing with KO. He's been a great champion as well. He's carried the banner proudly as the face of WWE. And my third would be Swerve.
Hey.
I thought Swerve had a very good run with the AEW World Championship. I love like when he beat Joe for the title, and I thought Swerve had some tremendous matches as champion. Like obviously the banger against Osprey, and then it obviously closed with Danielson. But I thought Swerve for the summer, for a lot of the latter part of the spring and first part of the summer, I thought Swerve did a tremendous job with the AEW World Championship. So my third place is Swerve. Mox is a good pick, though. I will say, Mox, I think, has had a very good run, kind of holding the holding AEW as a whole hostage
Yeah.
with the AEW World Championship because that's effectively what's happening. He's holding that company hostage with that title. And I think he's doing a really good job with it with the Death Riders.
And the bro, it's gonna be bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever beats Mox, it's gonna it's That's going to be either a great storyline or a great match. Mox is not going out that easy, especially with the Death Riders, bro. He's not going
Hmm.
out that easy, bro. He's not. Oh man. Not saying I can't wait for him to lose, but I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Especially now when Max put it out there too. Like now he's coming from, and you got Christian Cage, but what about but Christian Cage? But hold on, Hook is right there. Like no, they like it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. Whenever he does lose, I
Hmm.
feel like it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
I feel like what we're getting out of what we're going to get out of this Mox run is a lot of the similar shenanigans that we got out of Roman's run.
WrestleMania, exactly,
Where
exactly.
we're like, no, not just WrestleMania. Every world title match that Roman had during his run had shenanigans in it,
Okay,
without fail. All of them did,
yeah.
whether there were rules or no rules, or last man standing, or tribal combat, or cage. No matter the circumstance, there were shenanigans in every Roman title match.
Even
I
the
think
low
that's what.
blow.
Yep, from the low blows to like interference to like when Jay interfered all those times, or like crazy chaos like Solo when he debuted. We got like or Jimmy when he turned on his brother Jay. Like we got shenanigans in every world title match without fail. I think that's exactly what we're gonna get with Mox in this title run. Is we're gonna get shenanigans without fail. We already saw it with Orange Cassidy. We saw it in the Fatal Four Way last week, where Mox retained thanks to you to saving the day, and leaving easy pickings for Jay White. But like, I think that's what we're gonna get out of this run. It's just a whole lot of chaos and a whole lot of shenanigans, and then it's gonna end with like their version of Endgame when we get to it.
Yeah, that's why I say WrestleMania. But you are right. You are right. Everything that we're getting is it's bullshit, bro. It's like it's crazy. But I will yeah. I'm not mad at Edge if he wins it. I'm not mad at him for
Hmm.
that. Um, but like it has to like I feel like this time around it has like not saying it must be believable. It must be so. Whoever's going to take this off of Mox, they have to be a champion for a minute, bro. And it's going to be
Yeah,
hell. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Cassidy. I would not be mad. I would not be mad if Orange Cassidy would.
I was prepared for it to be Cassidy. Like I'm prepared for Cassidy to win it after his run with the international championship. I was prepared for Cassidy to take the title from him. I really was.
Man, I listen. Edge, Orange Cassidy. Um, if Bobby Lashley.
I could see
Whoa.
Lashley. Lashley would make sense.
Whoa. Hurt Syndicate versus Death Riders. Hurt Syndicate with Ricochet. Whoa.
They're gonna need her syndicate's gonna need more people. But yeah, that makes sense. Like that would make some sense.
Whoa. 2025 is going to be a crazy year for that title, bro. It's going to be a
Hmm.
crazy year for that title. I'm here for it. So we got our Wody of the year. This was wait, what no, what were the Wody? Yeah, Wody of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wodies for women's.
Yeah.
Wodies for we just did the men, so Wodies for women's.
And this was a little difficult for me as well. Um, but so I'm gonna just go straight to Liv. I got Liv as the Wody. Um,
Okay.
I feel she's under the same pressure. Not let me not like I'm saying like I'm speaking for, her, but the bloodline was everything, and then the solo took over, and it's like, bro, you can really shit the bed on this one. You either gonna
Hmm.
or you gonna really kill this thing. You well, you gonna really do your thing or you gonna fuck up. Liv low key was put in that position. Low key. Like
Yeah, I can see why you say that. I like this. This is a good take.
because how do you go from mommy, everyone loves her, bro, to you taking her
Hmm.
the fuck out? No. Nah, bro. This
And not just her, Becky too.
out. Come on now.
Good call. It's a good call. It's a good call.
So it's like now you fucking up the judgment day. And Damian Priest is getting the love. Like you fucking up the judgment day now. What? Nope. She's been low key the MVP of the Judgment Day. She's been holding that shit down with all the bullshit, the back and forth with the, and then even bringing in Raquel. You know what I mean? Even though she didn't need her, but she's bringing in somebody else. It's like she's been killing her part. Again, the storyline with her, Rhea, and Dom, and now the Judgment Day on some bullshit. Like the women's division, damn near revolves around Liv. You know, match quality and storyline. I'm giving her the woman of the year. Um, and with that being said, I gotta give I gotta give right up to Mercedes Moné. You know what I mean? With the comeback that she had, um, having two titles, you gotta salute to any wrestler that's wrestling from country to country, bro. Salute
Hmm.
to any wrestler, bro. Well, all spring. You feel me? Like, you gotta salute her for that, man. And no, she's not having that star power that we thought we was gonna get, but you gotta respect it, bro. And you gotta respect it. And even with the last two matches that she had with Chris, it's like that could be arguably match of the year for the women. That was one of my favorite matches of the year. Though the second one with Chris Statlander, and I think that's gonna put Statlander on the map even more. But um, yeah, man, for her two titles and how she's doing it, well, I gotta give it to Mercedes Moné number two, and I'm gonna go with Bianca as my number three of my vote, and I'm going with Bianca because all the reasons I told you before. She's carrying everybody, bro. She's carrying. She's still Bianca Belair, but also carrying, and her match quality is everything. Like Jay is who she is, and it was always going to be that. But Bianca just adds on to that with Jade, and it's amazing.
I like it. I like it. It's a good. That's a good. Yeah,
I'm good.
Bianca as champion has been, yes, like she has been as steady and as stable as it comes, and has been as efficient as it comes
Hmm.
as champion. Will she get back into a singles flow this year? We'll see. But I like her as champion. She has been a tremendous, like, I think the stability that the tag team division needs in the WWE for the women's side, because like the women's tag team division has been cursed. It seems like because somebody gets hurt like at every turn. But now we got the stability of Bianca. They had a lot with Jade, but obviously now Naomi is incredibly stable too. So that works. And I think that's a good flow. For me, the live part that you mentioned, I'm still going to go Roxanne 1 because of the overall body of work.
Hmm.
I get why you'd have Liv 1, though, because she had to take the torch not only from, like I mentioned with Becky, but she had to take it from Rhea, who held it down for a year and crushed all challenges before her for a year straight. And now Liv is taking it, and she's crushing it for the last 10 months as well. Like, has been an excellent champion there, but like, Liv is a very close second in terms of her run. And then third, this is where I would put Nia over Mariah because Nia's come up with the Queen in the Ring, and then she beat Bailey in what was a very good match, and obviously beat her in the rematch. Had the two bangers had the one banger with Naomi, and another one's coming on Friday against Naomi. I think Nia has done a tremendous job as champion, and up there, like you mentioned earlier, uplifting Candice, and now I love the storyline with Tiffany. Actually, I get it. It's not as much of her wrestling ability, though we do see that obviously in her matches. But I do love the energy that we're getting to Tiffany, and that once Tiffany finally cashes in and finally beats the bully, if you will, in the sense of Naya, I think it's gonna really like propel Tiffany into another stratosphere when she finally cashes. So I'm gonna say Naya third, but obviously Liv beat Naya head up. So like that's my so in part it's kind of why I have Liv second, but I'm gonna go Roxanne one and then Liv and then Naya.
Okay. Speaking of Naomi, man, if Naomi's behind this J attack, it's gonna be a fire year for her, bro.
Whoever did this Jade attack, the feud that's gonna come with it is gonna be fun. That's gonna be really good.
It's gonna be it's gonna be trouble. What I don't like is, nigga, why is it taking this damn long? That's what I don't like.
I I think they're just building it up to unveil it at a special show.
I understand,
Like
but look what just happened to Street Profits. They figured that out real quick.
yeah, they cut to the chase. They cut to the chase. I mean that was kind of obvious though. With DIY stepping in and then the heel turn with
Yeah, you right.
Gargano.
No, you right. You right.
That that one was kind of obvious. They're slow played this one. They did that on purpose to slow play the Jade attack. But no, that was pretty cut and dry. How desperate Ciampa was to get back to the tag titles, and then Gargano with the heel turn to it. Like, yeah, okay, that just makes sense. That's just putting two and two together
I got you.
for that situation.
I got you. Yeah, it's and I know they slow playing it, but I guess because I don't know. I guess it's I don't know. I guess I don't have a legit reason other than like so she didn't see who attacked her either. Like if like I don't know, man. Like if you say she's unconscious, something like that. Like yeah, she's in a coma or some shit like
Just
that.
put
Maybe
through a car window like that. Like this is exaggerated.
like yeah, like I don't know. It's like so she has no idea. Like and Jade haven't said anything. Like was she dead? Like come on now. But that's just how I feel. Like if you gonna slow play it like that, um, I don't know. But you know what? I don't really have uh a much of a legit rebuttal. So I guess I'm gonna shut up with that one because it sounds like I'm just complaining, but I'm not. I guess I'm just looking at it from so we don't hear from her. She don't know who did it either. Like, okay, you got attacked from behind, but everyone gets attacked from behind. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Let me shut this one up. Let me shut this one up. I guess I'm looking at it as if it was like why is it taking it so long? I know they're
Hmm
slow playing it. I know that. But why is it taking it so long?
you just want the payoff. You just want to see where's the payoff, and then where's Jay coming back.
Like she got attacked in a public spot. And look, even with like you said, oh yeah, obviously it was DIY, but um what you call it just say he was there. Um
Right?
what's his name, bro? Apollo Cruz.
Paul Cruz.
Yeah, he
Yeah, Cruz the one. Cruz the one that dry snitched on him.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like nigga, people was there. Like you had Pretty Deadly. He was like, yeah, I know they lied and said it was what you call it. But what I'm just saying is she got attacked in a big ass public spot.
In a
And
parking lot with his cameras. What do we do? Why did anyone think to go to the videotape?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I get it.
and nobody
I get
knew.
it. You just want logic and reasoning. I get it. I understand.
So even though you're right about, oh yeah, you put two and two together, it was um, DIY, but there was three motherfuckers that was there. Pretty Deadly and Apollo Cruz. No one seen Jay. Come on, bro. That's why I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. You know what I mean? If it was on some crazy shit like a car crash outside of here, like outside of the
Hmm
or something like that, where it's like where it really was legit, nobody around, like I can that makes sense. Nobody was the fuck around in that big ass arena. But when Street Profits got jumped, motherfuckers was there. Come on, man. Come on. That's what I don't like about it. That's why I don't like the slow play on it. It's like I said, the logic and the reasoning behind it. I wasn't able to put it together like that until you say like, but yes, that's what it was.
I have to think we're gonna get something either. We may get something either on Friday or the latest I think we're getting something is Royal Rumble.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I think that's the latest we're getting something. But I have to think on Friday we may get something out of this.
Bro, I'll be mad, bro. Wait till fucking Royal Rumble to find out who the hell attacked
Yeah,
her.
the entire I get it. The wait the entire another month. I get it. That would be wild. But it just feels like as much as hard as they're trying to push Jade, as I think they're going to push Jade this year. I feel like they're gonna do something big with this. I feel like they're gonna have to.
Bro, people get attacked in the parking lot all the time. And there's
This
101
is true.
people, 101 refs, and random ass people there. People in catering all the time. It's a bunch of, it happens on every goddamn
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah.
promotion.
Like the NXT parking lot is probably one of the 10 least safe places in wrestling. Like like where it always seems to happen.
So it's like, so now Jay gets attacked and nobody knows. Why? Because she black? I just had to talk my shit with that one. That's all. Just talk my shit.
Yeah, I think you had to add that in there.
Can't help it a black woman? That's what it is? Huh? Try to keep black women down? Huh? Just bullshit. Anyway.
I said all the prime suspects have been black women so far. So
Yeah.
like what are we doing
No,
here?
that's not true. Because Nia Jax is Samoan. She's a nigga, but she's Samoan. Uh Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, okay. Tiffany's there is very much not black. She is not black at all. Um, she's been implicated. Like she and Candace have been implicated in this, but
But no, I was only
Nia's even vouched for them not being
yeah.
involved.
But no, I was only playing around about the black shit. I was just playing around.
Yeah.
All right, so what we gonna do, man? We gonna go to our roster. We gonna do another time. We gonna what we gonna do then? 'Cause we done it right with the awards.
The only award left that we didn't do was a look forward
Oh
to this year,
yeah, our
and
next up
it's
award.
it kind it boils down to a simple question: Who's got next?
Yeah, and you know what? And this is our person. It could be our personal. It don't have to be three. It could be five. It could be one. You feel me?
Hmm.
So our next up award. It's not like the breakout star. It's not like most improved. It's not like rising star. It's who we think is going to take that next leap. That could be most improved, could be breakout star, or it could be it's who we think. And for me, you got quite a few people. You got Javon Evans. For me, I'm keeping it as Javon Evans. Um, Ricochet is going to take that next step, but as far as like super low key people, I'm keeping it as two. Number one is definitely Javon Evans, and I'm going with Queen Aminata, bro.
Okay.
I don't know if she's going to take the super next step, but I've been saying it from the beginning. You got to look out for it, man. You got to look out for it. Um, and I'm still saying on that. I don't know how.
You've stood on that for at least 2 years and maybe longer. You think she's next? She's going to be next up.
Hey, listen, and listen. She had the match that I thought she was going to win, and she did not, was against a Phoenix for the women's championship. But I will say is shout out to AEW for keeping her relevant because not only
Hmm.
she's a big player in Ring of Honor, she's keeping her relevant in AEW on the main roster of AEW. So she's going to get her time again. I don't know when, but eventually she's going to get her time, bro. And I'm so looking for it. But as far as the next step in 2025, I'm going with Javon Evans.
It feel like he's going to make a jump on NXT. Like I can see why. And he's so young already, and he's already got a main event under his belt and a great performance in Iron Survivor to close out the year. Like he's, I can see why. Yeah, like he's got so much promise and so much. Like we had that banger against Randy in St. Louis. Like yeah, there's a lot to like about Evans, and I think Javon Evans is he's gonna crush it this year too. I can see why you go that route. So I guess I won for the men and the women as well. I'm surprised you didn't pick this woman. Last Legend, I think is going to make a jump, and whether it's with her and Sakara Jackson and as part of the Meta Girls, especially when Noam Dar gets back and the group becomes whole again. But I think Lash, who has shown herself, especially on when they've had cameo appearances on the main rosters on Raw or SmackDown in those tag matches, I think she has crushed it, and Jakara to a lesser extent, but they have crushed it as a team. For the men's to take a jump when he gets back, Bronson Reed, who it looked like he was going to make a real
Yeah,
move this past year
yeah,
until he broke his ankle, and that was so heartbreaking to see it
yeah.
because he was finally making that move
Uh-huh.
forward. And it was like, yes, he was going to be that dude to really be that next great super heel on Raw. Like I was very much looking forward to see Bronson make that jump and make one. And the other person I was really looking at, and when he gets back as well, Ilya Dragunov was one I was looking because he was having some good matches as well on Raw and the great match with Jay and then the King of the Ring tournament and like obviously I've seen his stuff with NXT where he's crushed it with like on NXT UK when he was champion over there at the bangers with Gunther. He had the great matches with Carmelo Hayes, who's starting to make a move on SmackDown, which I love seeing that because I've been a Melo guy for a couple years now. So like I love seeing that. He's another one I think is going to make a jump, and I'd be really disappointed if he didn't win the U.S. title before this year ends, Carmelo Hayes. But I do think Dragunov is going to make a real jump forward as well. So, like, those are the three I'm, like, I'm seriously expecting a true jump from. And that's last, and then the other two coming back when they come back from injury, Bronson Reed and Ilya Dragunov.
I mean, if you really, I mean, because we have her on such a high praise, I guess it's not really fair to say this, but I believe Roxanne, once she get caught up in that main roster, it's going to be up from her. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be up. So that's one. And yeah, Last Legend as well, bro. But yeah, you're right. There's no rebuttal. I was looking at her as far as most improved, but I was like, no, oh, hold up. Yeah, I actually did have her written down, bro. I actually did have Last Legend written down, but I wasn't looking at my notes. Yeah, but I'm still honestly, Last Legend is going to get a bigger jump than excuse me, Queen Eminata, but Javon Evans is my number one guy right now. Um, Now let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question, but I'm gonna give you my answers first. Who do you have personally, regardless of what their status is? Who are you personally looking for 2025? Obviously, me is Queen Aminata, but take that aside. I'm looking at the New Day.
So who in general? Like, what's like
Yeah,
the first
yeah, that's what.
big like story? What's the first storyline that's like got your interest right
No, no,
now?
no,
Or
no,
is
no,
that
no,
where you're going?
no,
Or
not even storyline. Just storyline, talent, faction, whatever. That's why I say,
okay,
regardless of the status, what are you most looking for 2025? For me, it is the New Day storyline, and I'm also
mm,
looking for Queen Amanada. But the New Day storyline is what I'm looking forward to. Not just the storyline, the New Day period. That's what I'm looking forward to.
this energy that they're coming with so far since the turn on Big E, it is there's some real like the visceral energy and the heat that everybody's giving them. Like I'm very much looking forward to see what they do on Raw on Monday against Ray and Dragon Lee. I think that's gonna be like they are bringing some different energy to this. I'm really looking forward to what they do next. That's a good one. For me, it's Kevin Owens because of the unpredictability.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
like
know what's
Kevin
coming
Owens.
from Kevin
Wow.
Owens. I don't I have no idea what's coming from Kevin Owens. And like thinking back to what he was before he got to WWE and how unstable and how much of a loose cannon he was in Ring of Honor. He like Kevin Owens is a menace when he really wants to be. And right now he really wants to be. I'm much looking forward to what he does next and what he does with this title story with Cody, the inevitable return for Randy. I'm looking forward to all of it to see what else Kevin Owens has got coming up his sleeve.
Okay. Now let me end this question, not wrestling related, but it is related. Do you have any New Year resolution? What are you or because a lot of people don't do New Year resolutions? What are you looking for this year, 2025? For me, what I'm looking forward to is to get in shape. That's what I'm looking
Hmm.
forward to do. Get in shape. Almost look like a fucking AI. Like I really want to dedicate. I want to discipline myself to get in shape, simply because what I will tell people, I am actually like not happy, but I'm not upset about my weight
You're
because
not embarrassed by it.
hell
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
not at
you're
all.
comfortable in your own
Yeah,
skin.
especially when I do cosplay, bro. Bro, I dressed up as Maui. Did you see my social media, bro?
I think I did. Yeah.
I dressed up as Maui. I got a lot of love, bro. Dressed up as Maui, dog. And I'm like, you know what? I can do something with this. So
Hmm.
cosplay is my thing now. And so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dress up as Rikishi without the thong. I'm gonna dress up as him. Cosplay. Listen, I'm gonna dress up as Beanie Siegel back in the day, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember
You feel
beans. I
me?
remember back in the day beans.
So I'm just saying that, not like I'm just talking to you just to talk to you, but I'm comfortable with myself. You feel me? And it's like,
Right.
big niggas is winning too. How you doing? But I do want to get in shape for just it makes life a little easier for me, a little more
Hmm.
flexible, little more flexibility will go a long way for me. You feel me? So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm looking forward to for 2025 is me to get in shape. And I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna say it's a super ultimate goal, but what I want to do is I want to be able to put the title around my waist and snap it.
Okay.
It may be the first or the second buckle, but as long as I'm able to do that without it popping, I think that would be pretty cool. But if not, I'm okay with that because there's a hell of a lot of wrestlers who can't even put the title around their waist, but they
Correct.
still look good. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why
Right.
that's why it's not like a super goal, but I wouldn't mind if that happened. Like I'm not gunning for that, but if it happens, that would be okay with me. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to for 2025. And for wrestling related is the new day. So what are you looking forward to for 2025 in your life? IRL.
So so for me, I actually did this last night. I actually put out my thoughts, like my kind of resolution. I didn't go into detail with it, but I put out my like kind of resolution and question I'm kind of thinking on myself for this year. And it kind of dates back to the Kobe Bryant Kobe system commercials. And he asked one that's pretty simple, and I'm able to put my own spin on it.
Okay.
Can I be a different animal and the same beast, Mike?
Mm.
And it's like okay, like what do I mean by this? I mean, I like you. I want to get into better shape, and like I've actually for the last 2 months been going to gyms consistently. I've been like going
Hey.
like the last I go like 4 times a week to the
Mm.
gyms like the last couple of months now. Like, I think I did it start of November. I want to say start of November, end of October. I started going to gyms like 4 times a week, and I made it like a habit to do that. And like I
Mm.
feel like I've been I was always able to move pretty well and
Yeah.
pretty smoothly,
Yeah.
but like I just feel like I'm like moving like faster. Like I'm just run like I'm
Yeah.
just doing things a little faster. I feel like I'm a little stronger, and like especially when football season ends, I'm gonna probably eat a whole lot healthier. 'Cause, like that's one thing I don't eat healthy, but like that's one thing when football season ends, especially like I'm like really gonna like dive headfirst into that. Um, the other thing I've been big on like learning about finance, and I've been like big on that for the last couple of years. Like that's something I'm going to continue to do. And I think the other big thing for me is probably maybe if I can learn a new skill, like maybe like try to get in on like on AI stuff or try to get in on like IT stuff, something like computer based or technology based, I would feel like that would be a major deal for me as well. So I think that's my big deal. Can I be a different animal in the same beast mike? That's kind of like the question I'm posing to myself this year.
So now that yeah, we talking some real shit. So I'm not trying to get like too personal on the pod, but I do. But because this is uplifting shit that we talking about, bro. Like I love to hear that, bro. The last couple months you've been, Joe. One thing about you, bro. One thing you can never say about you is they can't say you ass is lazy, my nigga. Can never say that about you. I mean, how you gonna be lazy traveling from one state to another state all the time, bro? And then you making contact on time. Look, anyway, I'm just about to get in my bag of how hard you be going, bro. Like you be motivating me, my nigga, real shit. And shout out to Mike Hennon too, man, because wait, you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right, because my phone was acting up. Because Mike Hedder even said, and he actually said it on the pod, on our pod, how he enjoys listening to you and your rants and your everything about the Dolphins. He's like and because you have that. Oh gosh, no, did he? You have that smoothing voice. You have that voice is like I'm like, it's not like a radio voice, but you have that like the radio voice like that slow one. Yeah, this is WJJZ. Well,
But like I could easily go 105. Yeah,
yeah,
I probably could do that. I could absolutely do that. Like going 105.3, and like I could lower my voice down to this kind of frequency, and like yeah, I could
yeah.
easily do that. Like that's not a problem at all.
Like you have the voice and you have the knowledge behind whatever that you're talking about. Like for if you had your own podcast and you was releasing shit every however often, I will listen to that shit. I will listen. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give my mentor Jay. His YouTube is called the Ship Life, not the shit,
Okay,
the Ship Life.
like
Because
a SHIP.
yeah, it's cruise ship. So his
Okay,
channel is called the Ship Life, and he sounds just like you, like just light voice, enunciates, articulate, educated. You feel me? And it's like, but
is it all one word?
no, it's the space ship life.
Yeah, ship life is what I was asking. Is
Yes,
ship life all one word?
yes.
Okay, yeah, I found him.
So when I listen to him, he's the only person as far as cruises I listen to because he's young. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it because I can relate to him. Young, black,
Okay,
and the fact that he's educated and you can just tell, and he has a smoothing voice. He sounds like you. He has a smoothing voice, and he speaks knowledge about what he talks about. And it's like I look at you when I see him. My man Hawk, he has a podcast for his basketball podcast. Um, a little deeper voice than you, but everything else is still the same. So what I'm trying to say is, the pattern is when I hear black men with knowledge behind what they speak on and how articulate, educated it is, I'm all into it, bro. I'm all into it. And yeah, I'm the opposite, but that's why we balance out. That's why I'm the asshole. I crack jokes, people. You feel me? And you're like the anchor, bro. Like you could like it's just. Anyways, I know I'm going off track with it, but I guess like I said, you just motivated me, bro. But yeah, you remind me of my man Jay on the ship life, and
I'll give him. I've already like subscribed to him. I'll give him a listen once we're done here.
yeah, and as far as controversies, like he don't crash out like I would crash out. You feel me? The most he'll say, well, look. Don't matter of fact, here you go. Have you ever? I know you understand what I'm talking about. Have you ever listened to the New Day Pod?
Yes.
That's who you remind me of. That's who Jay remind me of. Listen to the
Okay.
goddamn new. If y'all haven't listened to the New Day Pod, Mike and the New Day, they can all fit in. All fit in. Nerds, educated, funny, smoothing voice, like everything's chilling. That's who you remind me of. That's you, Jay, my man Hawk. That's who y'all remind me of. If I ever listen to the New Day Pod, that's what that sounds like. And I say, so to rewind back, if you have your own solo dolo pod, I'm saying all this to say, I what's up to you. I say all that to say, I what's up to you. Yes.
I
If
will. That is that's one thing I do want to like actually do. If I can help it and actually give myself the actual time to do it, yeah, that's one thing I would definitely do. And and then put it out there. And I've obviously already got the YouTube channel, which I'll plug once we get out of here. Um, but yeah, and obviously put out content on various other sites. But yeah, like that's one thing I definitely would do is actually formally start like a pod and like like actual like true live watches for Dolphins games or true live watches for Penn State games or whatever it is.
oh yeah,
But yeah, that's one thing I definitely
bro,
um
you gotta do it,
would
bro.
do this year. I would love to do that this
Bro,
year. Like give myself the actual time and like the actual energy. Once I get especially once I get the subscriptions up on YouTube, to be able to do that.
bro, if you want, bro, if you have anytime that you have time, if you if you go on Twitch and you don't need Twitch for your laptop if you're just doing it solo dolo. I'm a little tired right now, so bear with me. So I'm butchering what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, I went on Twitch and I started doing Eagles live watches. Yo,
Okay.
my shit went crazy. My shit went crazy, bro. But I fucked up because I wasn't supposed to show them the game, even though I was back and
Oh
forth.
yeah, yeah, it's copy. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
copyright.
like I knew that, but I'm like, I'm not. I'm only showing. I'm showing the commercial and then I show an instant replay, but I think I was doing it a little bit too much, so like, my ass got banned. But I went to fucking band school, copyright school and shit. I graduated my diploma, yeah, but then I got banned again.
You didn't learn from your mistakes.
Hey man, I'm trying to finagle this shit. You feel me? But I'm saying that to say, if I was able to do what I do on Twitch and gain followers instantly, just try it out, bro. You know what I mean? You put
All
on
right.
Twitch, whatever game that you're watching, live watch, you know what I mean? And you just and you know how you do, you know, you be doing commentary, so you do your play by play, man, and see what happens, bro. Shit, I went from 4 to 23 in one session.
Nice.
So but if you don't mind, if we have well I could yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna send you because I want to talk to you. I don't want to do too much on the pod, but I would like to continue a conversation. I want to tell you what I'm doing with with the fitness journey that we both are on.
Okay.
But I don't want to get too much into it on the pod. But if I can call you or send you a voice note,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. No, we can wrap this up. I think we've covered
yeah,
everything on this pod when it came to this. And
yeah,
then the next one we're gonna do, ideally, I'll know my schedule on Friday. Um, if everything works out, then yeah, Raw on Monday. That's when we'll do our roster update,
hmm
and well, obviously we talk. Well, it's a live watch on Raw, so that's the play. Hopefully, my schedule works out that I do not work on Monday, and at which point it's an in-person one as opposed to a Spaces one. So we'll see how that goes. But I will know more than likely tomorrow since we're already on Thursday.
all right. Well, um, at Dave the Stepdad on all social media platforms, at They Gotta Chill on all major podcast platforms.
You can find me here, Beast Mike, on Twitter, Beast Mike 215 on Blue Sky, on Threads, on TikTok, on IG. You can find me, Beast Mike Train of Thought. Beast Mike's Train of Thought, that's my YouTube channel. And that's about it. And Beast Mike 215 on Twitch, which I'm going to really actually work on and like, kind of learn how to like properly podcast, especially on an iPad. So I will learn all that, and that's where you can find me.
All right. So you want me? So I'll give you a call. Try to send you a voice note.
Either one works. Either one works. But in the meantime, between time,
Let's get
thanks for
fucking
listening,
drunk.
and and we'll try to catch y'all on Monday.
I love you.
See y'all later.
YOLO.